The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, live now.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, everybody, it's me, the Macho Savage. You're listening to Mike Trash, TrashTalkingRadio.com. The best in the business. Say it, the Macho King.
Wrestling fans throughout Radio Land, listen to Trash Talking Radio at TrashTalkingRadio.com. Every Tuesday from 7 to 10 o'clock, you hear guys like myself, so you Ganon Giants, come on. And that's my story.
You can hear words to describe the Trash Talking Radio Show from 7 to whenever we get done is by using a screwdriver to cut roast beef. This is Flunevision, the other half of the Rock and Wrestling Connection. That's the trashy one and the loony one together forever.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ivan Koloff. I'm here to tell you about Mike Talking Trash. With the Trash, 7 to 10. Tuesday nights, you got to listen in. It's the best around, the best in town. Alright, hey, this is the Animal. 1/2 of the world famous taking the Road Warriors. We just do. If you know what's good for you, listen to Trash Talking Radio or else.
Everybody, you're watching Trash Talking Radio. This is Hulk Hogan. Hulk, what do you guys say about Trash Talking Radio?
Well, I gotta say that I just bought Trash Talking Radio. You're out of the picture, dude. This is my show, and you better watch because what you gonna do when Hulk Hogan's brand new Trash Talking Radio runs wild on you?
It is times like these that the world needs heroes and entertainment, and with that I give you the greatest live talk show known to mankind. With inflation being at its highest points, we need someone to show us the ways of good taking on evil, and someone who has the heart of Snow White and the strength of Thor. He, along with his sidekicks Trash's maid, also known as Trish, Trash's babe, known as Ashley, and Trash's roadie known as Cirillo. They will fight crime and make the world right once again. Please welcome me in a round of applause for the vital idol Class C Mike Trash. You may all be seated. Thank you.
Yes, you may all be seated. Oh no, I forgot about this. Don't sit down yet. Wait, he's sitting. He's sitting down. All right, I'm just running real late. As
no, not that late.
Well, I mean, I'm not that late to here, but I was late because of to come
for a very important date.
Yes, I had. I don't know if this is posting. What is going on here? I think it's trying to play with head games with me. It doesn't give me a thing to post it. Did they change that again?
They shouldn't have.
I was able to post it to the mix. Why can't I post it to my own site? This is really stupid. Oh, I guess I ought to put us on so we can see our pretty faces. Let's see here. Are we on? There. Okay, there we are.
Put up the picture of the day.
Hold on. Jeez. Some
Take
people
a chill
have no
pill.
patience. Jeez.
I've been around Cirillo too long.
I'm sorry.
He doesn't have patience, and that's what I'm learning.
Oh,
You learned that well. Let me see here. There. Okay.
Ah, there he is.
So good of a name, you named him twice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, that's what we're going to call him, but I think his name's just going to be Bear.
I can barely handle it. I wonder if I did save it and I pulled it up again, because maybe it won't let me put it on twice. Let me try and put it on twice there, and if it doesn't let
No, they're saying once is enough.
Yeah,
You know, just like there's only one of you, that's enough.
I don't think it's enough. I think everybody would like more of me.
Oh no, Tina, I'm so sorry to hear that.
What?
Her aunt and uncle lost their house to Hurricane Ian.
Oh.
Oh.
I must be behind because I don't see nothing.
Damn it.
Unless it was up here. Nope.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see here. I got a couple more to do. Just 2 more, I think.
1, 2.
Come on.
Yes, that is the most recent picture we have. His eyes are starting to open.
Looks like you're going to choke him.
Oh, I wasn't holding him.
Well, looks like they were going to choke him, whoever they are. So,
James and Mary.
all right, now we can get this show started, I think.
Well, I'm glad they're okay, Tina. That's the most important thing. Family cannot be replaced.
Yeah, they can.
No, they can't.
They can. You find a new one.
Okay.
Find a new family. All right. All right, I got it going, I think. I got everything going.
Yay!
So the reason it took so long is that I was working on a video I want to play, but the video didn't come out the way I wanted it to. I don't know if I want to play it now, because it really
Well, then save it for next week.
well, I kind of like it. I mean, I like the song. It's not me. It's my friend's band. I promised them I would. Well, I did a video when I went to see them play the other week, and I promised them that I would try to play it if it came out good, and it came out good vocally and musically. My video sucks. Just and I hate to bring them down because I think they sound good. So I got to think about it. I'll think about it and I'll let you know.
Okay.
Because I kind of want them to look good, not bad.
Ooh! I like that idea, Tina. She said, "Mike, be nice. Trish, put him over your knee and spank him."
That sounds like more of a.
Oh, dear.
That seems like more of
Wait,
a good thing than a bad thing
I was
to
going
me.
to say, wait, which mic? Which mic?
Oh yeah. That's,
Hey, I got 2 knees. I can use them.
Oh, gee.
you up for it, Cirillo? I'll take your
I'm
turn.
just shaking my head on that one, Mike. I'm just shaking my head.
I'll take your turn. Okay, I'll be the man and take your turn. I have to do what I got to do. All right, let's go straight into the RIPS because we got 2 RIPS, and it really sucks that
No.
somebody
no.
is.
She's cheating. I told you.
She's out there. She had a
She's
sniper
cheating.
gun. I think she's out there.
Cheating.
No, I had to deal with them.
A deal with the devil, that is. Please let me win this year because Mike won last year. We can't.
No, I said I'll
Oh, I'm
split.
sorry. Wait a minute. Let me do it right. Hold on.
I
Let me
said
do it
I
right.
He won by
Hold
the
on.
skin
Hold
of
on.
his teeth.
Yes, but I said I'd split the pot.
Oh, hello. Mr. Devil, I'll do you a favor if you do me a favor. I need Loretta Lynn to die so that I can have 3 and O and O and O. Please, pretty please.
And that's how it went.
No.
Yes.
No.
I like my
just
$7.
I just said, if you guys work with me on this, we'll split the pot at the end of the year.
The pot's nothing.
Hi, I'm the devil. Okay, just give me your soul and a piece of that garlic knot, and I'll be glad to do it for you.
Okay. That's a good way to start the show.
Yeah.
Talking about deaths and laughter. Because I'm sure that Loretta Lynn would like us to laugh, knowing that we're not going to miss her so much.
That's the hard one.
Oh, please.
Oh, please.
When was the last time you listened to Loretta Lynn?
Every time I'm in his car. When he plays his Sirius radio, it's usually on country.
Which country? All right.
Mike must be on something, Tina
Yes.
says.
It's that Diet Pepsi he's drinking.
It's called being on a roll.
It's not an Oreo?
So.
No, it's not an Oreo.
All right, here's what it is. I'm going to tell you right now. The secret to my success
Chocolate.
is
Dark chocolate.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Dark chocolate Reese's peanut butter cups.
It's the secret to my success.
So maybe I should eat one now and then.
Well, you should eat a cookie.
No. You don't need a cookie.
I don't need a cookie to...
I still got 2 of them left. Actually, that means 4.
Pain meds, Jesse Joe. Pain meds.
Anyway, so we had 2 deaths. No, 3 deaths.
See, you can't even count.
I'm not dead, you.
Well, I forgot that I added the one last second. One that you probably don't know. One that you should know, but you didn't. Nobody told me it.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's because I have a certain time where I stop until after the show, and then I'll start sending you stuff.
Well, he died a couple days ago.
Oh,
Good try.
snap.
Good try.
Oh, snap.
Actually, I don't know that she would know who he
Well,
is.
Loretta Lynn
He
and
might know who she is, or who he is, but you should know who he is.
Hi, Cheyenne.
Hi,
So,
puppy.
Well, Loretta Lynn and I, we had to make our final arrangements.
Yes, she begged me to take them pills. Oh, wait, what did she die of anyway?
Old age.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ow.
She was one of the lucky ones.
She was 90.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I forgot how old I was.
I don't know, Cheyenne. I don't know if you're safe here anymore.
all right, first one. I don't know a whole lot about him, but I know who he is. Everyone should know who he is. Gangster Paradise, Takes a Thief,
yes.
was his first album. It was released in 1994. Deaths in 2022. So I was really kind of surprised a little bit because the guy was only 59, Coolio. So that was kind of a...
I think you would know his song just by the lyrics.
The Gangster in Paradise.
Gangsta's Paradise, yeah.
Whatever. Gangsta.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. If
Well,
you
see,
hear
he
it,
died. That's why he died.
if you heard it, you'd know it.
Who are you talking to?
You.
I know it. I know the song. I even know the parody song.
Oh,
You know the
yeah.
parody song?
Yeah.
Amish Paradise? Weird Al did it?
Yep.
I don't think I've ever heard that one.
Really?
You've never heard the Weird Al version?
I don't
that
think
was
so.
funny.
Oh, my goodness.
You gotta see the video. The
I
video's what makes
Guess,
it.
so I know what I'm listening to on the way home tonight.
You gotta see the video, though. All right. See if we have... here it is, Wikipedia. All right. His real name was Artis Leon Ivy Jr.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I'd hate to write that name.
Why? Artis?
That sounds like a lot.
Artis Leon Ivy. And he's a junior.
That's as bad as me.
All right.
You're not a junior.
Professionally known as Coolio, was an American rapper. First rising to fame as a member of the gangsta rap group. You probably don't know this. WC and the Mad Circle. I didn't know that. Coolio achieved mainstream success as a solo artist in the mid to late 90s with his albums It Takes a Thief and Gangsta's Paradise and My Soul. So that was in 94, 95, and 97. He's best known for his 95 award-winning single Gangsta's Paradise, as well as other singles Fantastic Voyage, 1, 2, 3, 4, Something New, Something, and See You When You Get There. He released films independently and provided the opening track, All Here It Goes, for the 1996 Nickelodeon. Can you imagine? I mean, okay, so Gangsta is not exactly family friendly.
Right?
So he made this, he made this song, All Here It Goes, Ghost, Here It Goes, for the 96 Nickelodeon television series Keenan and Kel. Kel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Keenan and
Yeah.
Kel.
Okay. So
Aw,
it's hard to think of him being the gangsta releasing a song of his to Nickelodeon. That throws me off a little bit. But anyway, he was a pretty successful guy, and he died of, here it is, while at a friend's house in Los Angeles on September 28th. He was discovered unresponsive in the bathroom floor, on the bathroom floor. He was pronounced dead by first responders. He was 59 at the time of his death. Police have opened an investigation into his death through foul play, though foul play is not suspected. And Coolio's manager stated he appeared to have suffered cardiac arrest.
Wow.
Hey, got good, ain't they? I said that.
Only the good die young.
Did you say that?
Well, no, while you were doing it, and it said when you said about him laying on the floor, I said probably died of a heart attack.
Yeah, but he's only 59. That sucks.
Yeah.
That, phew. I would have never guessed that. I mean, Coolio, I didn't have any. I like some of his songs, the ones that I heard, which was like "Gangsta's Paradise," and I think there was one other that I heard before. I don't know if it was. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's Gangsta. Okay, maybe it's the only one I heard was "Gangsta's Paradise" because I'm not a sit and listen to gangsta type music. But anyway, I had to say that information because I did know who he was.
Somebody used that as their entrance music, and I can't remember who now.
Probably about 10,000
Yeah,
people.
that could be.
Because that's one of the big ones.
Maybe Corey?
I don't know. He thinks he's a gangster, but he's too white to be a gangster. Oh, here we go. There's the one I wanted to look for. Okay. There's the TMZ. There it is. I knew I had one. Maybe I only have... No, I still have 3, right? Yeah. Where's the Loretta Lynn? I know I have one for Loretta.
That one hurts.
Maybe I don't have her. Maybe I forgot to put it on.
Yeah.
I think I didn't put it on because I didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Exactly. See?
You're jealous.
Count. It shouldn't count.
I don't think she's famous enough.
No.
Yes, she is, because I saw her at Grange Fair when I was growing
Like
up.
I said, I don't think she's famous enough. So, anyway.
She was actually had a split in when Roseanne was doing her Roseanne. She actually played when they had the restaurant and they were going to a fair type of thing, and they had a booth out there, and Loretta Lynn came in wanting a. This was when the daughter wouldn't touch meat or anything, and she as a punishment, drew a little cow and stuff outside the thing. So to punishment, she had to serve people the meat, and who walks up? Loretta Lynn. And the scene basically takes place, and she's arguing with her mother, saying, I don't want to, give her a sandwich to serve her. And she goes, so they're arguing back and forth, and Loretta Lynn finally goes to me, I'm hungry, I just want to grab a slab of that big old beef there. And, and she gets that, and finally she gets the sandwich, and, Roseanne goes, it's on the house and everything, but she actually played in there, and then they actually sang, even though Roseanne can't sing, what was it?
She sings well. She did the national anthem, didn't she?
Yeah.
The baseball thing.
Yeah.
You're looking at me weird now, but she did do that. She really did.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she got booed.
Well, I think Cirillo has too much time on his hands if he knows all that.
Well,
He's a diehard fan.
A long time ago.
Wait a minute, am I doing? Wait a minute, I'm doing Coolio. What are you talking about Loretta Lynn for? I'm trying to imagine you listen to Gangsta Rap. Yo, all right.
No, I can't even talk it that way,
No, that's the mob.
By the way,
That's the mob. That's
I
what I-
applied for a couple acting jobs where I'm the big mob guy. So funny.
Well, if you need anything to do, like...
Anything to do? I don't need anything
No,
to do.
I'm saying Italian Insight. There you go.
Yep. Got 2 of them, actually.
Yeah, Tony.
Who?
Yeah.
You can rub off on them a little bit.
That's okay. I need.
The Italian,
Don't need any motivation from him. From you, okay? But You know, I'll feel like I don't want to work anymore if I got it from him.
We just snap you out of that. Yo.
So I guess I don't have one here for her. That's because she died today.
Yes.
It's been a long day. It's been a long, and I haven't been sleeping very well lately.
Neither have I. I keep falling out of bed.
Last night.
I keep falling out of bed.
Put a seatbelt in.
I said that's what I'm saying. We'll put a seatbelt or something on her. I mean, it's like, you know.
Christine's got a problem with that too. She can't seem. Well, she doesn't fall out of bed. She can't get. I've never seen anybody with more issues getting in and out of bed. She goes, I keep sinking. You're not sinking. She goes, I feel like I'm in a taco because my bed's not that soft. I don't. But anyway.
Someone just has a.
I hope she's not listening.
someone has a tendency to lean so far on the right side, and when I say to her, you better move closer to me, the answer is no. So I go to sleep on my stomach and I'm everything, and the next thing I know is I hear
plop. I don't fall out of bed. I'm like that too, though. I sleep right on the edge of the bed.
Yep.
I'm really.
Yeah, but you know which is open and which is not. She has a tendency to lean towards the open side and fall off instead of going back to the left.
And you're the perfect sleeper, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
What?
Doc promoted some shows with Loretta Lynn. He did shows with Crystal Gale as well.
Nice.
At Trenton War Memorial and McGuire Air Force Base was Loretta Lynn. Crystal Gale at rodeo in Kansas City, Kansas. President Jimmy Carter was there, and Doc met him. Wow, that's cool.
At a rodeo.
Rodeo.
Read the last line. It says rodeo.
The rodeo as well.
Rodeo. The rodeo.
You need glasses, Mike.
It says R-E. Oh, wait a minute. Where did I see that? Yeah, the last line. Radio as well.
Yes, but it's rodeo.
And by the way, just a little information. I'm not going to make any promises. But I might have
Santa Claus is coming.
I might have a band, and we might be able to play your wedding. So I can't. Ooh. I'm not going to swear. I can't do it yet because I haven't any commitments. They haven't committed to me. I haven't committed to them. But we'll see. I hope to know soon.
Nice.
Well, I haven't met them yet, but they are excited about meeting me, and they're in Hamburg.
Okay.
So that's not too bad.
So they're in Connecticut, like Frankfurter.
No, that's a different state, different
hot dog,
different meat.
Are you sure you didn't have a cookie?
You should know your meats.
I don't.
After all these years, you better know your meats. You should know one meat from another.
She's got the meat.
Where's the
meat?
You're Arby's. Okay, got it.
Mom, your face is beat right now.
It's off of his keyboard. Hi, Amy Sue.
Hey, Amy Sue. I hope you get better. So,
the song I was trying to think of is "You Ain't Man Enough to Take My."
You ain't woman enough to take my man.
Is what they sang at the at the end.
That's true. I'm not woman enough to take your man.
That's right.
That's right. Yep. This weekend, I got to finish.
Yeah. Sidetracked
again. We don't want to talk about her. I mean, really, who cares?
I do.
Does anybody want to hear about Loretta Lynn?
No.
Yes.
I mean, geez, nobody even heard of her. She never did.
I watched.
She never did anything.
The movie that they did of her, and Sissy Spacek did an awesome job.
Well, then we should interview Sissy Spacek. SpaceX.
Yes.
SpaceX. Sissy SpaceX. It's owned by Elon Musk.
Okay. We are in rare form tonight.
Now you've gone and done it.
What?
Just keep going.
SpaceX.
I gotta find it.
Oh, I'm dying in the stock market too, by the way. So I shouldn't be in this good of a mood, but I'm really dying in the stock market.
I gotta find it now.
I'm crashing and burning really bad. I hope it turns itself around because it don't look good. All right, next. Okay, so we'll talk about Sissy SpaceX. Loretta Lynn. What's this Nee Webb? What's that mean?
That's her maiden name was Webb.
What's Nee mean? N-E-E.
It's the old English version of maiden, like her former name.
Did you say her unmarried name was Webb.
Her maiden name.
So she was married for a while. How long?
Since she was like 13 or 15.
Really? Same guy?
Yes.
Wow, she wasn't. She didn't get around. Wow, that's pretty.
Did
She
you
was
see Coal
born in.
Miner's Daughter?
I did, but it was so long ago. I don't remember anything about it.
There was Walking After Midnight, Coal Miner's Daughter.
I go on walking.
You got it.
After midnight.
What was the one?
For you.
All right. Anyway, I'll read this here. Loretta Lynn was an American songwriter, singer, songwriter in a career spanned 6 decades with Spam in country music. She released multiple gold albums. She had. What are you pointing? What are you?
Nothing.
You're doing something in front of my back. I don't know what you're doing.
It's a link that I saw that she said she already sent you.
Well, no, but I'm going to do it
What? What is it?
now.
Is this Loretta Lynn?
No. Tom Brady as a female.
Anyway, that female is a better football player than any male you guys have.
Oh, I don't know. They have Elon Musk in here too.
Leon Musk? What are you guys? You guys on Twizzlers or something?
Yeah. Look, Elon Musk is a female.
Oh, he actually looks pretty good as a girl. I would date that. All right, we could have that. If you want to send that link, I'd probably go through that if I have time. I think I'll probably have time. Depends. Anyway, all right. She had hits as "You Ain't Woman Enough to Take My Man." Oh, wait a minute. Let me do this right.
Oh no.
You ain't woman enough to take my man. Come home a drinking with loving on your mind. One's on the way.
That's the song I was thinking of.
This city.
Don't come home a drinking.
This city? You gotta be kidding me. Coal Miner's Daughter. I should do the whole thing in this voice.
No.
In the 1980 film Coal Miner's Daughter was made based on her life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She received many awards and many accolades for her groundbreaking role in country music, including awards from the Country Music Association and Academy of Country Music as a duet partner. And what's going on? What do you? What? What? You don't like my accent?
Did you use the helium balloon?
Not at all. All right.
Patsy Cline, I think, wrote "Walking After Midnight."
Oh, yes. Carlton messaged me again. That guy just won't let me alone. You know, girls, stay away from him because he just gets his claws into you and he just won't let you go.
And how do you know this, Loretta?
I know everything.
Okay.
I'm in heaven. I'm looking down on all of you people, like I always did.
Anyway, go ahead, Loretta. Oh, I mean, don't talk anymore. She was born in 1932, April 14th. She died October 4th. That's today. She was at 90 years old.
Yeah.
I think from now on, 90-year-olds, we're going to have to give half a point for 90 and up. How many of yours were over 90?
All of them.
No, I don't think. I just think two.
Just two.
I don't think Mikhail Gorbachev was over 90.
All right, so you'd have 2 points instead of 4 or whatever.
3.
Whatever. Anyway, from 1932 to...
I know she did some songs.
Michael.
She did some songs with Conway Twitty too.
Yeah, that's another guy I don't get. If I had a name like Twitty, I would change it.
Twitty Bird.
She did that and then did songs with I think Porter Wagner.
Yeah.
I believe so. You know.
Well, I was reading something that Kid Rock put up, or I'm sorry, Bret Michaels, that he had just been with her a couple days ago, and they were singing and everything, and that was hard.
It's always hard when something happens like that.
You're
see
close.
him like there, and then 2 days later or a day later, it's like, oh, I just saw him yesterday, and you know, it's tough. It's just very tough when something happens like that.
All right, well, the third one that died, so we have no idea who the third one is, right? Neither of you three.
Well, I don't know. Who is it? Is it male or female?
Yes.
You look like you're falling asleep. Or drinking or something.
It's a cookie.
Oh.
That's where the Oreo cookie joke came from.
Oh, I see now. All right.
But he had that yesterday.
And it's still affecting you? That's a little strong. All right.
Well, I didn't just have the cookie.
That's okay. Anyway, all right. The next one.
My father may be listening.
Anyway, the next one is from the wrestling community.
Oh boy!
I knew it was I figured it was wrestling.
But he was big in all of Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who he is?
Everything's big in Japan.
He was especially big in Japan. He was very big.
Are you sure you didn't give her any of the cookie too?
Yes, I'm positive.
I'm beginning to wonder.
I'm sorry. I plead the fifth on that one.
You better plead the whole half gallon, sweetheart.
No.
All right.
Looks like I'm driving home tonight.
All right.
I can never say his name right, but I know.
You know who it is now?
Yes.
Antonio Inoki.
That's it.
He was a very, very big influence in wrestling for the U.S. Even a lot of people in the U.S. don't realize that he was responsible for a lot of the wrestling and a lot of the wrestling influences, but as well as the wrestling in the U.S. was.
Yeah, I didn't. That one never came up on my.
Well, I don't know if you don't know who. Do you know who he is?
No.
Okay, well then you will know when there was a mixed martial arts with a long time ago with Muhammad Ali.
Oh,
I think if you talk to a lot of the older wrestlers too, they mention working with him.
You know who Muhammad Ali took on?
Joe Frazier?
Antonio Inoki.
Okay.
He took on a wrestler. It was the first mixed martial arts. In fact, I have a poster in my workshop from that event because I was there.
Rocky took on a wrestler.
I mean, real.
I know that.
And the problem was that it was supposed to be a worked event. It was supposed to be a worked finish. And last minute, Muhammad Ali said he didn't want to work the finish. So they ended up having to actually work the worst, most boring match ever. Because at that point, there was no mixed martial arts. It was 1976 or something, 77, or something like that. And so they were the creator of mixed martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, he died at, let's see where we are. He was born February 20th, 1943. October 1st, 2022.
Wow.
Was a professional wrestler, martial artist, politician. Oh yeah, he was a politician too, and
that's why
he held office. Martial artist, politician, and promoter of professional wrestling and mixed martial arts. He was best known by the ring name Antonio Inoki. His real name is Kanji Inoki. A homage to professional wrestler Antonio Rocca. So he took the Antonio name because of Antonio Rocca, which most people our age would not have known Antonio Rocca. I knew him because I actually saw him wrestle in the 70s. But Antonio Rocca was one of the first high flyers. And Inoki was a 12-time professional wrestling world champion, notably being the first IWGP heavyweight champion and the first Asian WWF heavyweight champion. A reign not officially recognized by the WWE, which I think is funny. But Inoki began his wrestling career in the 60s for Japan Pro Wrestling Alliance (JWA) under the tutelage of Riki Dozan. And if again in Japan, Riki Dozan was like the Bruno over there. He quickly became one of the most popular stars in the industry of Japanese professional wrestling. He parlayed his wrestling career into becoming one of Japan's most recognized athletes, a reputation bolstered by his 1976 fight against did I say 76? I said 76 or 77, against Muhammad Ali, a fight that served as a predecessor to modern-day mixed martial arts. In 1995, Ric Flair And Inoki headlined 2 shows in North Korea that drew 165,000 people and 190,000 people, the highest attendance in professional wrestling history. Inoki wrestled his retirement match on April 4th, 1998 against Don Fry and was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Now, it's funny that he's in the Hall of Fame of WWE, but they don't recognize him as a WWE champion. Inoki began promoting career in 1972 when he had New Japan Pro Wrestling. Remember New Japan? We had run into them. They are in the U.S. He remained the owner of New Japan until 2005 when he sold his controlling share in the promotion to Yuki's video game company. In 2007, he founded Inoki Genome Federation, IGF. In 2017, Inoki founded ISM, and the following year left IGF. He was the founder of Karate Style Kansui. In 1989, while still an active wrestler, he entered politics, and he was elected Japanese House of Councilors. During his term of the House of Councilors, he successfully negotiated with Saddam Hussein for the release of Japanese hostages. That's a pretty big thing that he actually. What's this?
It's the same link I sent you.
Oh, well, I didn't look at it yet.
I know you didn't.
Anyway, he was a huge name. I mean, he did a lot for everybody, and he deserves to be in the Hall of Fames that he's in. Some of the people he actually trained: Bad Nose Allen, Brian Adams. Just picking names that you might know.
Hi,
Kylie.
Hi. Tatsumi Fujinami. I mean, he really did.
Did he train Sun Young Guy? No, I don't see that name on that list.
I don't think I've ever heard that name. Anyway, I mean, I think it's an interesting.
Maybe next time we'll see. Give her a cookie and see what happens.
Nope. No.
Yeah, probably.
No, I don't want a cookie.
It probably would be good though. But yeah, he was a pretty big name, and there's a lot of things that just kind of it's sad. But I mean, he lived a good life.
Mm-hmm.
So how old was he? Did we determine how old he was?
I thought you said he was late 50s? No.
79.
Wow.
It's late 50s?
Sorry, I'm back on Coolio.
I think you need a couple cookies.
No, I don't.
Cookies, maybe. Anyway. All right. Time to move on. All right. So that was all. We did everybody, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You did 3 of them. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's all there was.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. Now we can be happy again.
Yep.
All right.
That makes number 3 for me, dude.
Blah, blah, blah. I saw 3 movies this weekend.
When did you have time?
Well, I saw 3 good movies. Thor: Love and Thunder. Excellent movie. Excellent.
What is it about?
Thor and his love for Thunder.
And Thunder. That's why it's raining.
I like Thor movies. That's just they're funny and they're just
okay.
If you haven't seen any of the Thor movies, you got to see them. This one was pretty funny. I loved it. They were really silly more than anything, but I just think I like the Thor character, and I like the changes he's had over the years. One where he gained that fat belly at one point, and they showed all that where he gained all this weight and stuff, and it was just kind of fun. Musk is trying to make a peace deal, and Biden said Musk should not get involved. Of course not, because he's a better negotiator than Biden is.
Excuse me.
Someone just needs to get him out of office. Anyway, it was a good movie, and if you're into the Marvel stuff, you can get it on YouTube for $5.99, or you can get it on Google for $5.99, or Vudu for $5.99, or my place for free.
You know,
Everybody come to Mike Trash's house.
Everybody, all around, you see those posters, about him getting out of office, and they say elect a Republican, and then he's up there with his things like this and smiling and everything, and I'm thinking to myself, we're screwed.
Why?
Because there's no Republican really to beat his ass. And then if they beat his ass, there's really no Republican that'll do anything like Trump did or anything. And it's like, okay, do you want 4 more years with him?
No.
No, so
he won't.
You got to try and pick one of these guys.
His own party doesn't.
Yeah, his own party don't want him.
So I don't see him getting back in.
Well,
I mean, even if he doesn't get in, they'll find somebody else. They'll find someone else to.
They'll shoot him or impeach him.
Well, they won't impeach him. They just won't reelect him.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's a little late to, in my opinion, it's too late to do anything with Biden other than to replace him.
Baby.
Anyway,
Don't give up your day job.
Thor was one I saw. The second one I saw was the Lady King, or the Woman King. Really cool movie. It was set in Africa, and it had what's her name? Violet Davis, and it was really intense movie.
She's back behind you.
Okay, yeah, I hear her with the bone. I didn't know where she was.
But it was a really intense movie, a very serious movie, and it had basically these women were trained killers, and they kept beating all the men, which was really ridiculous when you think about it, because men are much stronger and all that. But it was really a good movie. I really liked the movie. And then the third movie I saw, which was a really bizarre movie, it was called The Barbarian. Really intense movie, and I think it was. It must not have been a big release. It must have been an independent release, because there were only 6 of us in the audience.
Oh, gee.
And it's a real. I mean, the thing is, I'm going to talk about this. Actually, I'll talk about this after this review. This movie was. I didn't know what to expect. It was about a woman going to an Airbnb, and when she got there, there was already somebody there.
Oh.
And they double booked the Airbnb. Okay, that sounds innocent enough. So the guy that got there first said, "I'll tell you what, I'll give you the bedroom. I'll sleep on the couch." And after a little, that she decided to stay, and then all of a sudden her door opened in her room.
Was he sleepwalking?
He was on the couch asleep.
Oh.
And I won't go into too much detail. It was a mysterious thing. And when she showed up, this house looked pretty beautiful from the outside. It was in the middle of the night. When she got up in the daytime, all the houses on the block were destroyed. They were they were burned down or falling apart and all that, and that was part of the mystery. And it turns out that there was something living in the house that was hidden tunnels down underneath.
Ooh.
It was pretty cool. It was actually amusing, although not meant to be. Amusing, yet scary at the same time. And I mean, very scary, because some of the things that went on in that house.
Like something I wouldn't watch scary?
It wasn't like that. It was kind of like...
As long as I come out in daylight, I'll be fine.
No, you won't. I mean, I don't think you'd be, bothered by their... It was really... I don't know how to explain it to you. It was just really strange. It was...
Okay, that'll...
It was a Halloween movie, it was like a Halloween movie, but it was just... it was just really weird. That's all I'll tell you. But I liked the movie. It was so strange. And the one person that he was a bad guy in the beginning, and he became a kind of a good guy towards the end, and then he became a bad guy again. And it was just this guy Justin Long was was a pretty bad guy. This girl, Georgina Campbell, was the girl that showed up, and she, I think, who was her roommate was, I forget who her roommate was. But anyway, it was pretty cool. It was definitely a pretty good, I think it was this, might have been him. Yeah, that was Keith. He was a musician. But it was a pretty, I liked the movie. And I had no idea what it's about. Now, that brings me to another movie, Bros.
Okay.
I did not see Bros. But do you know what Bros is about?
Yeah.
What do you know about Bros? Because I didn't know anything about it.
That it's about two gay guys.
Okay. So that opened up to $4.5 million this
Wow.
weekend, which is horrible. Really horrible. And they're blaming it on homophobia. Now, I got to say, I don't think it's homophobia. I think it's the fact that nobody knows what it is. I mean, really, seriously, I didn't know what Barbarian was either. And the thing is, back in the day, even let's say 2 years ago, 3 years ago, before COVID, we had trailers coming out the butt. We had trailers for everything, and I knew every movie that was coming out and everything that was going to happen to every movie.
Right.
Now, they just release these movies, and we don't see any trailers. And that's why it really sucked for them, because I don't think anybody knew what it was about. It's like Barbarian. I had no idea what it was about. I read the short description. I thought, I want to see a movie. I got the Regal Pass. I might as well start using it. So we decided to go to a movie, and we went to see that one, and it was a pretty good choice. But, the thing is, I could have gone to the other one. I didn't know what that was about either, but I haven't seen the trailer for either of them. And the thing is, they aren't promoting the right movies. They're promoting the big movies, like like the Lady or the Woman King. They are promoting that because that's a big budget movie. But because these are small budget movies, they're not getting a whole lot of promotion. And there's a bunch of movies coming out that I have no idea what they're about because nobody's promoting them. So it's not.
I think everybody's still afraid of COVID.
Yeah, and truly, if there were only 6 people in the theater for Barbarian as a brand new movie, that tells you a lot about the movie. It tells you that they aren't promoting the movie. Because that movie would be really good, especially...
Well, Amy Sue says that Bros is a friendship movie. The main characters just happen to be gay, and she saw a trailer on Amazon Prime Video.
Right, but you don't see... See, we used to go to see the movies all the time, and we would know what was coming out.
Right.
We would know what the movies are that were coming out, what they're about and all that. I didn't see any trailers for Bros, even when we were in there.
I've seen commercials for it, but not... I mean, that's just on regular TV.
Well, I think that they're blaming it on homophobia, but I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is it's not being properly promoted.
Mm-hmm.
Because Brokeback Mountain on there's okay, so they made $4.5 million this weekend on Bros. Brokeback Mountain, do you want to guess what that did?
Probably about $12 million.
$89 million.
Wow.
So it's not. It's not homophobia because Brokeback Mountain was. I remember Pam wanting to see that movie, and I said, "No, I don't want to see that movie." And that was pretty much homophobia back then because I had, I didn't understand.
You didn't want to give up your man card, admit it.
Yeah, kind of. But the thing is that you think about this stuff, and we're being told, what we need to know what the movies are about. We need to be educated because people are not spending with the prices of everything going up as much as they are. People are being careful what they're spending their money on, and they're not going to spend their money on a lot of movies that they don't hear or don't know what it's about. And the problem is that they need to promote the movie accurately.
Just like they did, they need to want us to spend our money to go see it, and they're not.
If you don't make a good trailer, nobody's going to want to see it. Now, for instance, my trailer for my TV show, I show it to people, they say, "Oh, yeah, I'd like to see it." That's what a trailer's supposed to do. It's supposed to make you want to see it. Mm-hmm. And if you don't see a trailer...
No, they're looking for an apartment.
It's just horrible that we're not having the same things that we used to have way back then. The Woman King, the only reason I even was interested in seeing it is when I went to see movies on my birthday, that was the trailer that was playing, and the one clerk said that looks like it's going to be a great movie. Well, okay, of these movies here, these are the ones that are playing right now.
Okay.
Okay, would you see The Woman King? Just based on this picture.
No.
Would you see Don't Worry, Darling?
No.
Would you see Avatar?
Yes.
Okay, and that's because it's an old movie that they're
Right.
bringing back. You know what it is. Top Gun.
Yes.
Okay, The Minions.
No.
You wouldn't see The Minions?
No.
Oh, that was a good movie. I like that movie. Super Pets.
Yes.
Bullet Train.
Maybe.
That's with Brad Pitt.
Maybe.
It's a good movie. Actually, it was
She
pretty
would
funny.
see it to see Brad Pitt.
And then Thor.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the reason you're saying that is you're familiar with the characters, and you know, and you're just seeing the pictures here. So, you know, Top Gun, of course, because my
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
male crush is Tom Cruise. Although he's pretty short, so I don't know if he'd be pretty good with me. I mean, he's pretty short. You know, got to keep appearances up. My bros.
But you won't go see Bros.
Oh, I didn't say that. I said I didn't even know what it was, so I didn't go see it. So I might have gone to see it if I'd known what it was. I doubt it, but I mean, I might have. I didn't see Brokeback Mountain, but you know. But anyway, that's.
At least that you admit.
I didn't. I actually didn't. I remember Pam saw it, and she used to say, "You got to see this," and I said, "No, I don't." So, but anyway, that's that. All right, next.
Oh, Bear.
Did you finish your assignment?
No.
What's your excuse now?
Oh, stop making me his goddamn
What's the
excuse
truth?
when it comes home and sleeps.
And you say, well, we'll do it tomorrow, and then it's
Yeah,
something
and you
else.
come home and sleep.
Nope, you do something else.
A bull.
Yeah, I know. We have one.
Yeah.
You have a bull? Oh,
He's a
okay.
bullshitter.
Okay. All right, well, I guess we can't talk about that yet.
And didn't I say to you we had to do that this weekend, and what did we do?
Oh, yeah. What did we do? We did DoorDash.
Okay.
So, but there were several times at night that she was not sleeping, that she could have, oh, wait a minute, what would you like to watch on television? Oh, let's see the Game Show Network, or let's, football, or, it's like,
And when I'd say,
When I
let's
said, what
watch
about
that,
Cobra
you're
Kai?
like, no.
And I said, what about Cobra Kai? And
You only mentioned Cobra Kai once.
I mentioned it twice this weekend.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think
Well, I'm going to have to start talking about it, whether you're
Well,
watching
you know
or
what?
not.
I'd start talking about it, too.
Yep, I would.
That's right.
It's
you know damn
it'll be
well
out.
she'll
We'll
watch
have
it
the
at
new
work.
season by the time you guys
I
watch.
know, she'll watch it at
Well,
work.
see, somebody wants to go back and watch the last two episodes of the
No, it's
previous
fine.
season.
Yeah, I just
Well, he could
wanna
do
s-
that. He could do that whenever he wants.
Well,
that's what
the
I
thing.
told him, because I've already seen it.
Okay.
I just want to see what happens in the tournament.
Well, then you can watch that tomorrow.
Oh.
This show
Tell
is
him, Bear.
this show is meant for conflicts.
Uh-huh. Hi, Bear.
Anyway,
He's so adorable.
all right. Next thing, Margot Robbie. She's going to be a lot of movies coming up.
Mm-hmm.
You know who she is?
Yeah, I know her to see her, but I don't know her history.
You do know.
I do. Oh, I can't place it right now. I think she was in one of the Marvel movies, wasn't she?
Yes.
Okay. Now, wait a minute. Because I always get Marvel and the other one always
Doesn't
mixed
matter.
up.
You'll know who she is. She has a great character, and everybody loves her.
Black Panther.
You see.
She's not black.
No, see, I told you, I get them all messed up.
But you will, once I say it, you'll know it.
You see the smoke coming out of her ears, right?
Do you know?
He doesn't know.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but still the smoke was coming out of her ears. The wheels are trying to grind together as but that's what the
Harley
smoke
Quinn.
was.
That's right.
What'd you say?
Harley Quinn.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, She's got a lot of movies coming out. There's
I'll
a
have
new
to
Harley
see who
Quinn
it
coming
is.
out too. But
That should be good.
I saw the trailers had 2 of her movies coming out that she's going to be in, and they're going to be good movies. I love her so much. One of them is going to be set in the I think in the 60s or 70s. I'm telling you, there's some good stuff coming out with her in it.
Good.
I love her.
Well, we're just going to have to go see them.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm looking at you, Cirillo.
We'll see who.
Well, anyway, the reason I was saying her, she said Margot Robbie and Cara Delevingne rushed by photographers in Argentina, and there was an accident for the photographer, and they're being sued because the photographer claims to have gotten hurt.
What, he broke a camera lens or did he break a nail?
Well, that's the thing. Whenever you have the paparazzi running after you, you never know what you might get. And this guy happened to get injured from trying to take pictures, and he probably should have,
stayed
back. So I doubt that they're going to get any kind. And plus, it was in Argentina, so it's not as if they can sue in the U.S. So, yeah. I mean,
if you want to be paparazzi, you got to take the good with the bad.
That's it. And that's what you have.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to the Comedy Central, and they were like knocking on the Secret Service how they protect the President of the United States, and he goes, "Well, what do they protect him with?" He goes to me, "If I was protecting the President of the United States, I'd bring a shield." Even though that's what your title is, to shield the president if something happens. And he goes, I'd bring a shield just to shield me. And, and it's like he went on and on. It was funny the way he was talking and everything. It was like, I'd bring, we pay all this money for having shields, police and all that. He goes to me, and did you ever see the Secret Service have them? Nope. He said, if I was a Secret Service person, I'd have one every day.
Okay, well, here's video footage that they've secured that is them being...
Back in February?
I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so over there is, I guess, Margot Robbie and...
A shadow.
And they're being rushed here by... Okay, wait a minute.
Oh!
He fall down, go boom.
He fall down and go underneath the car. Hell with boom.
If only. But anyway, so that was at 6:13. Now let's see. Trying to understand what's going on. It's a very
blurry,
low-res camera. But yeah, oh wow.
Maybe she smacked him.
I don't
Did
know.
something to make him fall down like that?
I guess let's see what it says in the article here. It says we've
he
now...
fall down and went boom. Hard.
Now we got sound. Oh, we didn't
Yeah,
have
now
sound
we got
before.
sound.
Okay. Okay. So we've now obtained video which allegedly shows Orgura being chased before he falls to the ground. Unclear who's chasing him, but it could possibly be one of the men who was with Cara and Margot. Photos of the paparazzi who was injured in Argentina have surfaced, and it certainly looks like he was banged up as a result of the incident. The man, Pedro Orquera, is seen on a stretcher during the night in question, very early Sunday morning, with a neck brace on in one photo and a full-blown arm cast in another. The second photo...
Like Amy Sue says, slip and slid. It's not the star's fault.
Yeah. The second photo seems to show him at the hospital with a dazed look on his face. It also has been reported that the two guys who were taken in by the police are filmmaker friends of Margot's and Cara's.
Maybe he had a cookie.
Including a film producer and Key Grip, both of whom have said they already appeared in court again, it's not clear what charges they're facing. Margot Robbie and Cara Delevingne were thrust into a dangerous situation in Argentina this weekend that left a paparazzi photographer going to cops and alleging assault. Sources with direct knowledge said that the two stars were dining at Buenos Aires early Sunday morning. As they were leaving the restaurant, there was an Uber waiting for them, but the pickup went awry. We're told that the ladies were entering the car. A paparazzi rushed them and began taking photos, aggressively intruding in their space. Our sources say the encounter freaked out the driver, who took off with Cara fully in the car and Margot halfway in and halfway out. Margot actually had to jump out of the car to avoid being seriously hurt, we're told, but even after she was on the ground, the photographer kept snapping. That's when a couple of male friends who were on hand jumped in to help, per our sources. Now we're being told that the photographer ran off and fell on his own at this point, and he's telling the police in Buenos Aires something very differently. Supposedly he was brutally beaten by these two gents who perceived as security guards and hospitalized. So, well, what did you think? I mean, did it look like it didn't look like he was really necessarily. Let's see how we turn this down. It's in freaking foreign language. How do we stop it? I don't want that. How do we shut the sound down? Oh, I just closed it, didn't I? No, I didn't. I mean, from what we saw, it looked like the guy may have been pushed.
Yeah, that's, you know, like he was trying to mug him. She smacked him and he went flying.
Yeah. It's all in Japanese or something.
Yahoo! McDonald's
Whatever it is.
Welcome to McDonald's. Running your order.
What's with all the eyes? Freaking double the eyes of normal creatures. All right, here we go. Now we can watch it again. Oh, that's a football. What's a football? Oh, I guess we're not going to see it. All right, well, screw it. Anyway, I mean, it seems like they were maybe pushed, but I don't know. I really wouldn't. I mean, those guys, they get a little crazy when they're...
You have to take that into consideration. And, I mean, you could even go as far as saying maybe, what is it? That's one of the... You get hurt on the job?
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. All right, so... Okay, oh, here's the thing I was talking about. Billy Eichner seems to blame homophobia on Bro's low box office. And that's what he was saying in his thing, saying that it's all because nobody likes the gays, according to this guy. And I don't really think that that's it. I really do think that it's, if they were to actually, you know, tell people what the movie, show a trailer so we could see the movie to determine whether or not we want to go see it. But Brokeback Mountain, like I said, they have done $83 million in North America and $95 million internationally for a total of $178 million. So that's not much homophobia there. That sounds like it's the difference between a movie that people knew it was coming or not. You know, if nobody knows what Bros is about, people aren't going to spend money to see Bros. All right. Did I say this yet? I think I did.
And that's just one man's opinion, too.
Well, he's in the movie. He's going to say whatever he can say about that movie, but the bottom line is if it's not advertised, people are not going to see it. I'm not going to spend my hard-earned money to see a movie that, well, I did. I mean, I spent to see Barbarian, and I had no idea what it was. But, I mean, I thought, well, since I have no idea what Bros is, I guess I'll go now. So even the gay community didn't support this film.
Nope.
At $4.5 million, because there's certainly a lot more than $4.5 million worth.
That's very surprising.
Well, I mean, if they don't know what's out there, you can't see it.
Well, that's true. That's true.
That's
but,
why I
you
said
know,
I think that the guy that was in the movie that said that was really misinformed by himself. So, all right, this next one's kind of interesting. So, if you're a comedian on a ship, a cruise ship, and you're known for your
you get booed off the cruise ship. You have to walk the plank.
Kind of what I want to talk about, but it's not exactly what I want to talk about. So the comedian is known for using harsh language, and he's known for using not politically correct language. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
And he doesn't know all his facts.
Oh, he knows.
What are you doing?
Trying to see if this was plugged in.
What are you guys doing over there?
I don't know what she's doing over here. She's playing with the wires down here.
Okay.
Well, it's because my computer's gonna die.
Well, I didn't turn it off.
I didn't vote for him.
You're not plugged in, that's why.
Well, plug her in.
This is
I'm
what
glad you didn't say something else.
What was I going to say?
Turn her on.
Oh, yeah. Well, you could turn her on.
No.
Well, that's why.
Turn her on, baby.
See,
baby.
she's blaming us, and it's not even connected to the terminal.
Stick it in there, baby.
Oh, jeez.
Plug that baby in.
Oh, Lord, you two.
What, you two?
Them two.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Boy, what did I do? I didn't do nothing this time.
You didn't, actually, really.
That's right.
Kind of.
See?
Anyway, all right, so
Didn't say stick it in.
this comedian got fired over something he said as a joke.
Oh, that
If you
sounds
know,
familiar.
well, it's kind of he deserved to be fired, I think. Comedians under fire responds to cruise N-word joke backlash. Now, he's a white guy, and he did the N-word.
Oh, boy.
So right there, you're looking for trouble. And
that's why you don't say the N-word. You say African American.
yeah, but he said the N-word. And
shouldn't have.
you know, a lot of people don't seem to get it yet. I mean, they're especially if you're white, you do not ever use the N-word. Never. And at his age, he should have known better. Rob O'Reilly tells TMZ there's more to the story about him getting canned over the use of the N-word during the cruise stand-up comedy set. And the big picture, according to him, is that most of the crowd was actually on his side for this. So, says here, so on Carnival Cruise right now, and they are perfectly fine hiring someone who uses the N-word multiple times in his show. And when the issue was raised, he said, and I quote, "If you're offended, get the F out." He says the crowd that night. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, from the very, very beginning of this, I know who should be fired. And it shouldn't be him. It should be the guy that hired him. Because you should know what your client does.
Right.
And if he does that, he's going to end up dead sometime.
Now, how many times did he perform this act that he did this?
I would imagine he does it. No, I think he does this all the time.
No, I'm talking about on the ship that they didn't like it.
It doesn't matter if he even does it once. I'd punch him out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's one of those things where, like if you saw him on Monday night, and he did the routine, and then you saw him on Friday or Thursday, whatever, another day, and he's still using it, for the same purpose, and they don't like it on the cruise ship. But the thing of it is, my question to the cruise ship is, the guy that hired him, like you said, his whatever manager or whatever,
right.
You knew he spoke this kind of language.
Yes.
Is it in that contract with the cruise ship saying this is the kind of material that he will do? And that's what I'm saying. You would have to dig deeper into the the contract is seeing it, because you know how sometimes when you go on television they tell you don't look into the camera all the time, or whatever. Back then they tell you don't look into the white or the red light on television because you'll get memorized or whatever. But anyway, like I said, getting back to what I was saying. Did he perform it once and they fired him? I don't know if it says it.
They
in
didn't
there,
fire him at all, I don't think. He says that the crowd that consisted mostly of African Americans, and he also says that the joke he made was race related, not racist. While he denies using the N-word multiple times, he seems to be admitting he might have used it once, but goes on to say that while everyone else found it funny, 2 audience members did not. And they're the ones who made the stink. Rob tells us all he did was remind them about what the host of the show had told the audience at the beginning, that if you're easily offended, leave. And when he realized they are at crossroads with the hecklers, he suggested they bounce, which they did. The video that was posted, although, and the rest is history, and Rob insists he wasn't fired for what he said, but because someone tattled with an out-of-text POV. One last thing, Rob says he believes in an unspoken contract between comedians and folks who come up to their shows, namely that a comic is allowed to say things that you obviously wouldn't say in private conversation, and that comedy, by its nature, caters to that concept. See, I don't think that it's 1977 anymore. You can't really say things. You cannot do that.
Nope. Everything is changing.
Let's see if we got anything here.
Do you remember the whole thing about if you're easily offended, get the fuck out? Here's the thing. I'm sorry I offended you, okay, but the fact that you are clearly sensitive means you should just leave. Just leave.
Well, he said that, and but still, the bottom line. The thing is, if I got a comment like that, and I was black, I wouldn't worry about it. But the minute he says the N-word, I'd be all over him. That's not easily offended. That's saying things that will, if you're white especially, will guarantee you have a short life.
Okay, then answer me this.
Riddle me this, Batman.
I was going to say, riddle me this, riddle me that.
Okay.
What?
Us white people are not allowed to say things like
Correct.
that.
Yes.
Okay.
And even black people are now getting chastised for saying that.
But I'm saying they can say that about white people and get away with it.
Yes.
Why?
It's just the way it is.
This was something that came up on Big Brother. One of the house guests made a comment.
Well, because
that he was referring to a group of players in the prior season and referred to them as their
ends.
As the alliance name called the Cookout, but they were all African Americans, and he was trying to say this is what it looks like, except all the people are Caucasian, and they really got on him for it. And all he was doing was saying, that's what it looks like to him, except instead of them being of color, they're white.
I'm not following you.
I'm not following.
I'm really confused.
You understand what I'm saying, don't you?
Can you elaborate?
So last season on Big Brother, there was an alliance of
seven
people.
Right.
They were all African American.
They were all black.
They called themselves the Cookout as their alliance name.
Okay.
Well, a guy in this past season, just this most recent season that just ended, a guy referenced that, saying there was other people in the house that were getting together in an alliance and saying, could this be something like the Cookout? So only they're all white.
And he was chastised for that.
Wait a minute. So
that's what I'm saying.
Wait a minute. I'm confused. Totally. I'm still, even though you said it now, I'm now confused by both of you. So they were called the Cookout. Okay.
Yes.
What's the big deal about calling?
That's just the name. That's just the name. It has nothing to do with it. But the fact that the first season.
Hold on. I think my earphones aren't working.
What?
I didn't hear anything offensive. What are you saying?
No, what I'm getting at is the first, okay, not this past season, but the prior season.
Okay, so
they were all African Americans.
Okay, and they called it the cookout.
Right, okay. So the kid this season was talking to somebody. He referenced the cookout, saying he thinks there's that same type of an alliance, except instead of being all African Americans, they're all white.
Okay.
And he got chastised for it.
For what?
Referencing, saying they said it was a racial remark.
What's racist?
Exactly. That he's saying it's all white when he referenced an all black alliance from a prior season.
People make too much.
I think
make too much about
that's a big stretch there. I mean, if they said if the black team all of a sudden wanted to call themselves the N-words, and they approved that, which they wouldn't approve
no,
it.
They wouldn't.
But let's assume that they approved that, and the white ones wanted to call themselves the N's. I could see a problem there. But if they're just called the cookout,
but it's because they were an all African American alliance that season.
That has nothing.
And they were trying to do something like that this season, except the people were all white.
Apparently, the white people were very uncreative because they couldn't come out with another thing other than the cookout. That's not racist.
No,
that's just stupid.
That was the prior season. That was just
whatever
it
was. I mean, it sounds to me like they're just not very creative. So, all right. Anyway,
sweet dreams, Amy Sue.
Yes, get better. All right. Next, Will Smith is back in the news. Yay!
Who'd he hit this time?
No one. They shelved his career basically at Apple because he had a film coming out before he ended up clocking what's his name, and anyway, they're now Apple TV is interested in putting his film out. So he's not on the table. He's not shelved on the table. Shelved on the table. He's not. His career is not shelved anymore. It's now back on the table. So it looks like Will Smith will make money again.
Good.
I mean, first off, if they wanted to get real pricky about this, Cobra Kai wouldn't have been on because he is the producer of Cobra Kai. And I'm glad that everyone didn't throw him away for a slap. I mean, that's about as ridiculous as... let him work it out in court. Don't take his career away because he slapped somebody.
Right.
Anyway, he's got a movie coming out called Emancipation. And it'll star Antwine... How do you say that? Antone? Antone?
I can't see it.
Looks like Fuqua.
Ew.
That's what it says. Fuqua.
Fuqua.
Yeah, Fuqua. I like that name. Anyway,
Mr. F.
I think it would be better if he was. It was pronounced Q. But anyway,
no.
Now I'm going to be shelved on the. Anyway, it says this will be the first time Will has seen the film with an audience. It's going to be on Apple TV, Emancipation. I'm really happy that he's being allowed to show his stuff again, because I just think that he was. I understand what he did was wrong. That nobody is going to disagree that what he did was wrong, but I think people would disagree with him losing his career over that. If he shot somebody, if he did something, I would say if he. Let's talk about it. But he didn't. He didn't do that. He made a mistake. He owned up to the mistake. He apologized for the mistake, and it can be taken in a court. So it can be done so that he doesn't have to give up his career for one little indiscretion. So it'd be one thing if he shot somebody, but all he did. I mean, would you see will you see the Will Smith movie?
Yeah, I probably would.
I would too. I don't have a problem with it. So, okay. Also, there's a movie out. This is, It's on Netflix. I don't have Netflix, but I do have access to it through someone. But there's a Netflix thing on Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh boy!
I kind of want to see it. It kind of intrigues me a little bit. Anyway, Jeffrey Dahmer, eyeglasses killer, wore in prison. Okay, so the eyeglasses that the killer wore in prison are up for sale. Would you buy Jeffrey Dahmer's eyeglasses?
No.
I wouldn't
the one
buy.
Who shot John F. Kennedy?
No. He's the guy that was cutting people's heads off and stuff and keeping them in his refrigerator and stuff.
Oh, okay.
He's a real whackout.
Oh, okay.
I mean, and it's for $150,000. That's more than my car. Well, that's about the price of my car.
Why would you want someone's glasses? What is it going to do?
People collect weird things.
Mm-hmm.
I had a girlfriend that was totally into serial killers, and I'm glad that my current one isn't, but this one is really whacked out, and she was like, she really studied these guys, and I just don't get it. I think they should all be just shot when you bring them in. I mean, why do we pay our taxes to keep them alive? Jeffrey Dahmer had a foreboding look, partly because of his eyewear, and now the shades he wore in prison are up for sale. They'll go for more than anything at Lens Crafters. James Taylor, who runs Cult Collectibles out of Vancouver, Canada, tells TMZ he's willing to part with the serial killer's prison glasses for $150,000. Dahmer was convicted of 16 murders and sentenced to life in prison back in 1992, but he only lasted he only lasted a few years behind bars before being beaten to death at the hands of a fellow inmate. I really, personally, am very glad that he's not on our payroll.
Yeah.
So I think we ought to put people in jail that specifically do that, kill people that are killers. So Tyler says he got his hands on the shades a couple of years ago, along with a bunch of other Dahmer memorabilia, after being contacted by the former housekeeper for Jeffrey's father, Lionel. Tyler agreed to manage and sell the collection through his website for a portion of the profits. Oh, man. Call Collectibles sells a ton of other items from its Jeffrey Dahmer collection, including his cutlery, his Bible. His Bible would be kind of interesting to have. Don't you think it would, like, when you open it, it would just turn into flames or something?
I don't know.
Dahmer is down with me. Yes, this is Satan again. We took him in, and we're beating him regularly.
Oh, brother.
We're actually eating part of his body.
Yuck.
That takes a real...
Yeah.
Oh, man. I just can't imagine, like, wanting anything from him. I mean, I understand when people want to get Elvis memorabilia because it's Elvis. But Dahmer? Jeez. It's crazy. Here we go. Soccer match stampede in Indonesia. How many people do you think it killed?
20,000.
Oh, one low one and one real high one.
300.
You're closer than any than those two.
I knew it would be more than one.
Soccer match stampede kills at least 125 fans. No way would I get involved in any of it. The people that run for the Bulls and stuff like that, they're stupid. I mean, they're just crazy people. I wouldn't do that for anything. First off, I'm not running. And I'd have to run then. There's no way I would do any kind of stuff. The people overseas, they're just crazy. I can't imagine wanting to do that. But there are people that are...
people overseas are crazy.
Yeah. Well, in Indonesia, that's especially. I mean, I just can't imagine. It says at least 125 people were killed Saturday after a stampede erupted during an Indonesian... Wait, they're just stampeding. They're not even. There's nothing chasing them. What are they running from?
The photographer.
Yeah, Margot Kidder. I see her there. It's a horrifying scheme. I just want to see it. Was there any bulls or anything?
No, I think
They just
you know.
ran. They died of suffocation and trampled to death. Alrighty. Oh, look at this. Fire. Rioting and all that stuff happened. Look at that. That's crazy. This is like Philadelphia when the Eagles lose.
Hey, they're undefeated, thank you.
Well, that's why they're not stampeding.
Exactly.
Are they really undefeated?
Yeah.
What happened there? They haven't had an undefeated.
And Dallas only has one loss, and you know who that's to. So.
Yeah, I know that I have at least two.
I was going to say Tampa Bay haven't played the Eagles yet to kick their ass. So.
Well, hopefully that.
Yeah.
I mean, because we're first in the Southeast.
I think the Eagles maybe at the moment because they're 3-0 and Dallas may be second, only because Dallas is 2-1, I think. I know they lost. They've won every game except for Tom Brady. So, you know.
Okay, and I'm going to make a confession.
Oh,
jeez.
Yep.
Should I start walking home now?
Probably.
Yep. We were watching the game on Sunday. It was the Cowboys game.
Oh my God! I can know what's coming.
And believe it or not, I was cheering for the Cowboys to win for one reason and one reason only.
What was that?
Micah Parsons, who used to be a Penn State player, now plays for the Cowboys.
So he couldn't get a better job?
Well, I don't
know. The Buccaneers
know.
weren't hiring?
Apparently not.
Well, it's not that the Buccaneers weren't hiring. It's that Jerry Jones has more money.
Ah, yes.
That's it. You know, it's a matter of at that point when you first go into the NFL nowadays, it's about who's going to give you the more money.
That's right. Take it.
And that's what I'm saying. So probably Jerry Jones offered him more money, even though they probably really didn't need. You know.
Yep.
That position.
Did we establish what her team was? What is your team, anyway?
She likes the Steelers.
Is that it? Is that your team? So we got Steelers, Cowboys, Eagles.
Well, I have both.
No, you can't have. You can't.
You go for the Steelers or the Eagles? Which one?
Oh, yeah, I should have known that.
Well, see, that's the problem because I have Steelers stuff at home.
It doesn't matter.
But I like Eagles, too.
Who's your number one?
I like both too.
I would go with the
both
Steelers.
Both of them suck
then.
anyway.
Okay,
so
you're going with who?
The Steelers.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're going with the Steelers too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Although I have a coworker that likes the Eagles. Actually, he was just at the Eagles and the Jets game, and he was really talking some hardcore trash on the Cowboys.
Hey. Yeah. They're not allowed to talk about Mike.
Yeah.
They don't even know him.
That's right. All right.
Do I get more zeros for that?
I'll give you 0 zeros.
I want at least one.
Well, you already get one.
Okay.
Get half a one.
No, I don't want a Z.
Get a quarter of a one.
All right. So one of the Beatles had an accident.
Uh-oh. He could make
Actually, no, he didn't.
Did he get
didn't.
squashed
I'm
and
sorry.
die?
I'm sorry. I'm wrong. One of the Beatles.
You are.
One of the Beatles falls ill and cancels his concert. Now, there's only 2 of the 4 Beatles left.
I was going to say there's only 2
Paul
left.
McCartney.
And come on, you know.
Wait a minute, John, Paul, George, and Ringo.
That's right.
So
And the thing is,
we know it's Paul. Is it Ringo?
Ringo.
I was going to say it has to be because I don't think John did anything this week. I didn't see anything on him.
John who?
I don't know. I just
Lennon.
John Lennon. I don't know.
He's high sky.
We're coming to get you. You're next.
Wait, let's get a life insurance policy on him first.
Ringo falls and cancels his concert. Or not falls ill. He falls. He
I
falls
was gonna-
ill.
I was going to say, where did he
Jeez.
fall to?
Did he get squashed?
How far did he fall?
Hey, this is my first week. First week on the job. So
Okay, it's only your first week. We'll bypass it this week, but then we get back.
he's the oldest Beatle too.
Yeah. Wow.
And but yeah, he. I can't believe he's out there touring. Why can't? So is Paul McCartney though. He's still out there touring. Ringo Starr and his all-star band did not hit the stage Saturday night because the famed drummer has fallen ill. The plug was pulled at the Four Winds Casino in Buffalo, Michigan. The 82-year-old former Beatle realized he could not perform. Whatever he has, it affected his voice. So a few hours before the scheduled show, it was canceled.
I would have been pissed.
Yeah, so would I, but, I mean, if he's sick, you don't want him there anyway.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but a couple hours before the show, it's like you're already prepared as a person to the audience already going there.
The band spokesperson said Ringo does not have COVID, but did not say what was ailing him. There was some hope the concert could be rescheduled, which is good news on the health front. Promoters did say people could get a refund if they want it.
Wow.
So.
Well, why wouldn't you get a refund if he ain't going to play another concert?
Oh yeah.
For that makeup concert, or
Yeah.
so you have to get a refund too.
You should.
Yeah. And I told you not to go to people's houses and scare them. Yeah, he didn't say what was ailing him. You could have scared him. He got scared and scared and this.
You're losing it.
All right.
I've lost it a long time ago.
Yeah.
What was it, a year and a half ago I lost it?
You had to have it to lose it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A year and a half ago when I met somebody, it wasn't, that I had my full brain anyway, even though someone thought there was. So.
Looks are deceiving. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, I know that, yeah.
So there was somebody that was really upset with Coolio dying besides most people. There was a star that was actually one of the original rappers that was in trouble a long time ago for plagiarism and other things. But
Milli Vanilli?
You're close. There's a Vanilli. There's a Vanilla Ice. He got choked up over Coolio. We were talking last week about his kids. So I just think it's interesting that we haven't heard this guy's name in ages. And he now has a reason to live, I guess. So this guy here lost his whole career and ended up being
Why didn't he have a reason to live? Because he lost everything and all that, or?
Probably, pretty much. I would imagine that would be it. Because when he lost his career, I mean, there was plagiarism involved. There was all kinds of stuff involved. In
yeah,
that.
but the thing with it is, though, it's like nowadays, though, if a celebrity fails in one, they and maybe I'm really thinking about like all those sports guys in football that retire, and they go, somewhere and they get another job, and because they're retired and they don't have, they can't play football, anymore, and so they get a job. Like, I mean, look at Tony Romo. Tony Romo has his own, I think, station or air when he plays, and when people play, or went to be an announcer. Look at
Yeah, but you don't have announcers for rappers. It's
well,
not like
yeah, but the look at Michael Strahan. He's now on what?
Michael Strahan does Good Morning America. He does
$100,000.
$100,000.
Get the words out of my mouth. Yeah, I know that. He does
$100,000
things at one point.
Yep.
He does these 4 things at right now. Yeah, And actually, he still does the football, even though they said he was going to quit the football on air, and they just stick with Good Day or Good Morning America, but he's not. So
anyway, here's his thing.
The last conversation. That's why I'm so emotional, because he was telling me how much he missed his kids, how great his kids were, and how much time that he had to sacrifice for his career to be away from his kids. so much, and that you know, he's so proud of all of them, and that it's really weird, you know, because I got kids too, so we just sit like regular fathers, and you know, because it's the greatest accomplishment that anyone could have is you know, having a family. You know, that's what this life's all about. You know? Family and friends, and
Yeah, thanks.
joy and company of others, you know, and our neighbors and everything. This guy was positive all the time. He spread a lot of positive love out there, always smiling. And, you know, for me, he's an uplifting person, and we would sit and chat. And it's so funny how you would think that the conversations go, but they're so cheesy because it's us talking about our kids. And, I'm sorry, hang on. Just remembered all the talks we had. We sit, you know, next to each other on the plane a lot, and but he's an awesome dude, man. Just as a good friend, and aside from everything else, you know, out there, and he's going to be missed. I canceled my performances this weekend because I don't feel like playing. I do not feel like. I feel like, you know, it's not the right time. I just don't feel right. You got to be in the right state of mind to perform, you know, and yeah. So I'm gonna take the weekend off and get my bearings, you know, let the snow globe settle, and figure it out. But yes, I'm sure we're gonna carry on the
They didn't
legacy.
give you any this week,
You
did
know,
they?
I don't know how or what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do something fantastic and special, and in remembrance of Coolio, man. We were all together just last weekend, man. I mean, it was just a couple days ago. And I had never thought, you know, hey, I'd be the last performance of his life, be on stage with me. I was just honored that he was up there with me, and we were friends. But I just want the world to know what a cool dude he was, and how, you know, how awesome he was, and and his legacy will go on forever.
Well, that's just like when you're a wrestler. All the wrestlers are the same way. You know, that when one dies, they all hurt, because you guys are all like family.
Yeah. The thing is that I don't know why they went to him, you know, but I guess he's got his career back on track now. Okay. The Four Seasons Hotel has a problem. Do you remember the? Huh?
Why they
I was
only
going to
have
say,
3
what are there,
seasons
5
now?
seasons now?
There are 4 seasons in New York, and
Spring, summer, fall, and winter.
Yes, they're having an issue with a pretty famous person
in New York.
Bob Hope.
How much do you think it costs to stay in the Four Seasons Hotel in New York? In the nice section of the hotel.
About $1,000 a night.
Anybody else?
I'll say $1,200.
Anybody else?
I'm sorry, what? I'm promoting the show right now.
Okay.
I'm.
That's what she says.
I am. I was telling one of my friends about it.
Is he a pilot?
No.
Thank goodness.
You could get your credit card paid off, from what I hear.
He's
I was
not
supposed
talking to me
to.
anyways.
I was supposed
Anyways,
to invite somebody, but I forgot, and then it wasn't.
Anyway.
Yeah.
The Four Seasons Hotel in New York is one of the most expensive places to stay. How much do you think it is?
I say $1,000 a night.
And you
I said $1,200.
Go
Why
right in
don't
the
you
middle
say
and say 11.
You say 1201. Jesus
Go right in the
Christ.
middle and say 1100.
I was probably thinking right around 1,000. A night.
You're going to stay at 1,000 with her?
I'll go.
He's at
No.
1,200. She's at 1,000.
Now that I think about it, I'll go 1,500.
1,500. You're the closest to the pin.
Wow.
I'm glad I
Yeah, but wait till you
second-guessed
hear
myself.
what it is.
I didn't want to.
First off, it's the creator of Beanie Babies.
Oh, wow.
It's the actual guy named Ty is in a standoff with the Four Seasons Hotel. He's gone a little wacko since the, he's a billionaire, by the way, selling those stupid little Beanie Babies that Pam spent thousands and thousands of dollars on. And He is a wealthy man because of her and lots of other women and children.
Well, ain't they worth money these days if they're in the
probably,
original package?
if you can find someone to buy it. I've got the Princess Bear, which is the worth the most, and it's supposedly worth, if you want to believe that, it's worth $500 million.
Yeah,
and who's going to pay $500 million? Anyway, Four Seasons Hotel in standoff with Beanie Babies mogul and could stay shut for years. It says here with the Four Seasons has remained conspicuously closed since the start of the pandemic, and insiders say it risks staying shuttered for years because of an increasingly bizarre dispute with billionaire founder of the Beanie Baby toy empire. The luxury icon designed by architect IMPEI? I don't know. At 57 East 57th Street, whose lavish Ty Warner penthouse suite was charging, get this, $50,000 a night.
Wow.
Before the hotel was shuttered in March 2020, has come to resemble an abandoned building. The 54-story tower's grand Art Nouveau-inspired entryways are blocked off by metal pedestrian barricades, and the flags on the French limestone facade are taken down, and the front windows are covered with brown paper and ad posters. That's despite the fact that all of the Four Seasons luxury rivals, the Ritz-Carlton, the Palace, the St. Regis, the Carlisle, and the Mandarin Oriental are among them, reopened more than a year ago, are reportedly doing solid, if not spectacular business as demand for luxury travel returns. I mean, look at this. This is like, they got these metal barricades up around it. You can't tell it's even, it's
well,
all...
maybe that's so the people don't fall out.
I don't know. I don't know what the reason is, but you can't even get to the front door because of the barricades. Neighbors are skeptical of a claim that the Four Seasons website had Midtown Manhattan landmark is temporarily closed as it's undergoing substantial infrastructure and maintenance work that is expected to last well into 2022. Language that has been in place since last fall, even as the hotel told union reps it was targeting a spring 2022 opening. I've never seen trucks parked outside of a building hauling things out of it. It says the swanky restaurant in the lobby of 9 West 57th Street, the nearby posh office tower. There's even there's not activity that suggests they are reconstructing or something inside. In fact, sources told the Post that the hotel has been held hostage by an epic contract dispute between the Four Seasons management company and Ty Warner, the exclusive toy tycoon who owns the plush high-rise. At issue is the fact that the hotel has been losing money for years, even before the pandemic struck. So that's Ty Warner. That's the billionaire that made money off of my wife. It's just crazy. Because, I mean, the amount of money they made off those stupid little Beanie Babies.
He probably didn't even think that they were going to take off.
No,
like
he
that.
didn't. No one ever thought it was. No one ever imagined it. But anyway, it's clear that the Four Seasons and Ty Warner don't see eye to eye on that much, which makes it difficult to reach an agreement and move forward. Warner and the Four Seasons, which doesn't own any more than 100 hotels worldwide under the banner, instead of operating them under different owners. Apparently, he must be... oh, okay, here it is. Ty Warner bought the New York City Four Seasons property in 1999 for $275 million.
Wow.
I mean, property in New York is really expensive, and there's a thing going around that you can get a rental apartment in a rent-controlled new high-rise for $500 if you have the money. If you were, like, I could get it because I don't work,
right,
and I can show that I'm poor.
Not with the car you're driving.
I have quotes here. I don't have any money, so I could get in there in a rent-controlled place. It's a really small apartment, but $500 a month is really cheap. Especially because a place like that would be about $3,500 a month.
Wow.
Anyway, this guy here is.
There you go, Ashley. Rent it for $500 a month.
Well, that's what she pays now.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just kind of funny that this guy.
I was trying to get her to go to New York.
Well, she could probably make some good money up there.
Really go out of state at the moment.
Oh yeah, you can't. Yeah. I'm actually, well, actually, I'll talk about that next. So, I talked about this several months ago, so you've heard this before. I was contacted by the marvelous Ms. Maisel people.
Yeah.
They want me to come in for a fitting and a COVID test this week.
Okay.
To actually be in the show October 18th.
Oh.
Now, I sent them all the stuff. I wonder, let me see if we got an answer yet. I don't know if we got it. I mean, because at this point, it may have been too late for them to answer this, but I just want to see if I got an answer. Okay. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? Are they really? A copyright claim was created for the content in Vertical Vultures Born to Be Wild.
Really?
Big surprise there.
But that...
Yeah, it's still their song.
And aren't those your friends?
I didn't mean that. They didn't do it. The Born to Be Wild people have claim to that music, even though I'll let that one go because they can take all my money off of that one.
Okay.
I don't make any money on that one. So I don't see anything yet from the people at Marvelous Ms. Maisel, but that's the third time they contacted me.
Wow.
So I don't know if I'll be going to New York this week or not, but we'll see. I probably won't. They probably won't get my thing until tomorrow anyway.
Are you driving or flying?
New York, he'll drive.
I'll drive.
Well, I kind of figured that, but sometimes.
Well,
New York's
I mean, I
only a
drove
hop, skip, and a jump.
I drove to Atlanta.
Well.
So, and actually.
No hen house?
There was no hen house. Oh, yeah, that was for the hen house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was. Why can't I hear you all of a sudden?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. I got you.
Can you hear me now?
I hear her now. Yeah, I hear you. You're okay. You may have just turned your head wrong.
Okay.
Anyway, so.
I hear too much.
Anyway, so I'm going to be doing, hopefully, that, which will get me close to my SAG card, because you got to be in.
I love you, honey.
You got to be in background of movies for 3 times to be eligible for a SAG card. That'll be my first. Oh, okay. So I'll talk a little bit about New York, or not New York, about
L.A.
L.A. Whew, forgot where I was going. So I did a lot of checking, and I normally go for the cheapest flight I can find. But I'll tell you what, some of those cheapest flights are it's probably an 8-hour if you went straight.
Right.
Some of the flights were 12 to 14 hours, and even 24 hours to go. So I decided I was going to treat myself.
Even with a senior discount?
It had nothing to do with money or with the age.
Too bad you didn't know a pilot.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that her pilot would take me there, but I can't. But anyway, so I decided I was going, since I'm getting a good rate for the hen house, I decided that I'm going to do something I don't ever do. I'm going to treat myself.
First class.
Business class. First class is not. There's only a little difference between the two and a lot of difference by the money. So it's going to be about $1,700 to go business class. But I'm going to get those really nice seats that sit back and get boarded like second on the plane. And I just decided I was, instead of spending $500 to $800 to go that, I was going to go first class because I can't do it. When I came back from Vegas, I just wanted to die because my knees hurt so bad. And
so the classy ones go in business class.
I'm going classy. So Yeah.
Classy goes classy.
Well, we need pictures of the plane saying "classy going classy."
It's going to be interesting because I'm really getting nervous about the whole thing. It's out of my wheelhouse getting to be nice to people and having to talk to people I don't know. I don't like to talk to people.
I believe in you. I know you can do it.
Suck up tonight.
Wait a minute, Bear doesn't have a brown nose. Why should you?
It's brown.
You could learn some things about her. You could learn some things from her. She knows how to suck up to me. She knows all the right words to say. she has.
I've had 20 years to practice.
She has
Could I say
19
something?
years practice.
This young lady's been here 4 times now, waiting for something.
Hey, she's
being
not
very
begging for
patient.
anything. By the way, I want you to notice.
Where did you find these?
China.
No, he got
Giant.
them on.
Giant. They were on. They
No,
were on close.
this
they
whole
were on
container
sale,
was
weren't
missing
they?
last week.
What do you mean it was missing last week?
We didn't have them last week.
Yes, we did.
Oh.
Yes, we did.
Where were you?
That's when he told us about he got them for half price.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And he bought all.
No,
the
they were less than half price. Those are
Oh.
$16 a bag, and I got them for $3.25 a bag. And I bought everything they had because they're closeouts.
Yeah.
They're going to stop making them, so I decided I was going to buy them all.
What the?
So I got enough to last me. I got enough to last me for a couple days because she loves them things. So anytime I want her off the bed or something, I open up my drawer, take one out, throw it, and she goes. And I know exactly.
What if that'll work for Bear?
But I want you. Well, for her, that's a little big for that dog.
Oh, I know that.
But
Yeah,
I will
You'd
tell
have
you.
to get the smaller one.
But I want you to notice something. So when we first got her, she was really pesty and she was chewing on things she wasn't supposed to. What do you think she does now?
She lays here and enjoys it with
She's
us.
been really good since I gave her the evil eye, because she just would try to take advantage of things.
I'll give Bear the evil eye.
No,
you
won't.
don't give her don't give him the evil eye at first. You got to let him grow
I
up.
know. You got
But
it.
you got it. You got the.
We were
But
saying.
you see, you got it early. You're getting a baby.
Right. That's
I
what
had
I'm saying.
a girl
so
that
it's
was
gonna
in
be,
jail for 9 months.
Right. So it's gonna be one of those, like we were saying to her, or we were saying, like you at first when we get her in about 4 to 6 weeks, probably 6 weeks now. We can't give her table scraps right away.
Right.
Even though that eventually will come, we can't give her like a lot of treats right away because she's still developing her stomach and
Her anniversary is coming up too.
yeah.
She's almost a year out of the pokey.
And she's doing so
Get out of the pokey!
Yes, I am.
So we're gonna have to, have
We're
a
gonna have a
special
party.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a party.
A patty.
A patty.
Patty. She's been really good, especially lately. She
No more surprise packages?
well,
Yeah.
I haven't got that conquered yet. She left me packages out on the sunroom, but I haven't had anything in the house.
Well, it was raining.
Yeah, she doesn't like get her feet wet.
Oh, I don't blame
And
her.
she also took her one metal bowl outside, and I didn't know where it was, and I went outside and got it today. So it's been out there for a week.
You're such a good girl,
So
Cheyenne.
she's really turned into be a beautiful, beautiful dog in so many ways. So I'm really happy with it.
Yeah,
And,
you're such a good girl.
She's
Like, okay,
Yeah.
I had one. Where's my second one?
But she's just been lovable too, as ever. I mean, she's very hyper, but she has anxiety that is truly anxiety. When I leave the house and come back, she's just jumping all over the walls. She just wants her guy back, and she comes back, and when I get her settled down, she's just the most awesome dog. And it's just. I can't say enough good things about her. She makes me happy and she makes me smile, and she's a really good dog. All right, Biden claims this is funny. So Biden claims he was raised in a bad neighborhood. Okay, now his idea of a bad neighborhood is it was a Puerto Rican community in Delaware.
Oh,
First off,
wait a minute. I was gonna say, wasn't he born and raised in Delaware?
Delaware, yes. Biden claims I was sort of raised in the Puerto Rican community in Delaware. First off, there isn't really a Puerto Rican community in Delaware. And second off, it isn't big enough to be like. I've wrestled in areas that are bigger than Delaware.
Just don't tell them that phrase and you'll be fine.
I don't even remember that phrase. That's why
Nuesa mi puente.
I didn't want to memorize the thing because I figured it was more offensive if I didn't, didn't know how.
It was Nuesa mi puente.
Do you know what that means?
You're asking me if I know what that means. I was going to ask her what it means.
She'll tell you.
Kiss my ass.
No, tell him.
That's what it means. Kiss my ass.
She's a troublemaker because she could have got me
Better-
killed.
better than- better
I told
than,
her. I told her all I wanted to do was I wanted to do my promo and I wanted to say thank you for your attention.
No,
and she
bullshit.
wrote that on the card and I said it just as and they wanted to kill me.
No, that's not what happened.
Are you going to believe her or are you going to believe me?
You want to ride home? You better believe me.
You want to ride home?
How about I plead the fifth?
You better plead the half gallon.
Anyway, Biden told an audience in Puerto Rico Monday that I was sort of raised in a Puerto Rican community at home politically, despite the fact that only about 2,000 people of Puerto Rican ancestry lived in Delaware when he was launching his career 5 decades ago. 2,000 people. Are you giving them away?
You can have them if you want them.
Okay, I didn't know what you were doing.
I'm just trying to keep them away from Cheyenne.
I got more dark chocolate over here.
I'll take those.
She looks like she's gonna take her paw.
I got it. Oh, I know. I didn't. I lost it. Oh, you have to give me another one.
You lost it?
I dropped it. Darn. It's like there's like a black hole there.
I was gonna say, what the heck? I didn't see something.
She's such a good girl.
She's looking at me like,
you're a good girl too. You're a really good girl. Thank you.
She's looking at me like,
I'll pet you later.
Is that how I suck up?
Yeah. You're learning good.
Hi.
What do you want? Is she ignoring you? She does that to me too.
Because I can go get more tomorrow where I got those, so.
Where'd you get those?
See, I can be a
Giant.
suck up too and told him I bought dinner tonight.
You can go down the street. Carnes.
Yep.
I don't know if Carnes has these or not. I just got these at the Giant by me.
Oh, no.
Well, you know, if you ever wanted DoorDash, we do go shopping at Dollar General.
Do you really?
Yeah. I've done it twice already.
They have stuff where nowadays you can go into a CVS, Dollar General, anywhere, like places like that, and you shop actually physically for the people.
Instacart?
Nope.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I've done it twice.
You have a red card that basically pays for it.
Okay.
And they pay DoorDash.
Huh. So I'm getting ready to take my trip. I've ordered my pictures.
Okay.
I do have pictures for you to go through that you can
Okay.
keep now. I ordered 30 pictures. That includes the first set of pictures that made it to the book and a whole slew of ones that didn't yet.
Okay.
Because I know which ones are allowed. Have been, excuse yourself. That
Tried to cover it, but I guess I covered the
well, if you let me know, I can turn it down next time.
Yeah, I was going to say next time I'll tell you.
I got to figure out a way to do that where you can do your own. I think I figured out a way to do it. I'm going to put a mixer over there that
Like
all
this
it
thing?
does. Well, it'll be like a small version of this one.
Oh.
And what you'll do is just push a button or slide your slider down, and then you can adjust your volume up and down. Specifically used for when you're coughing or whatever, it'll be a cough button.
Yeah, that's why when I know I
Right.
push this up.
I tried to do that.
Well, I got mixers because since Ken died, I got his mixers too. So I got a bunch of small mixers. So I figured that would be one way. We need to clean this area up somehow so that we can put extra things.
Take it all down and and start over.
It's time to.
That sounds like a Christmas break Christmas break project.
Could be. Anyway, those pictures will be here hopefully, and then I can assemble my book. And then when I get out there, I'll assemble the rest of the new ones because I'll have the guy that helps me with it. And then I'll have extra ones of the new ones too. because the pictures I just bought are the ones you saw before.
Right.
That were in the book. They're being replaced by 9x12s because those are 8x12s. And then those are all the old pictures, and then the rest of them are just Atlanta pictures and headshots and stuff like that, because the acting managers are looking for more headshots than body shots because they know what you look like.
Right.
Because they're right with you. And if you're a model, body shots
Right.
are important. So I did a bunch of headshots, and I did a lot of funny headshots and stuff. So we'll see what ends up in the book. But I ordered, like I said, 35 pictures altogether, and 10 or 8 of them are from the old stuff, and the rest are all new. So I may have a whole bunch more
Okay.
that he doesn't, but I can let you go through I should have remembered when we were up there.
That's all right.
So that's one of my new things that I did that I finally, and at this point, my car's due November 1 through December 1, somewhere
Wow.
around there. So I should see my
Cool.
new car when I get back.
Cool.
Nice.
No wonder you're excited to go, because the sooner you go and get back, your car, yeah.
Plus, I want to get a new iPhone. I'm going to get the 14 Pro Max. I already ordered the, but I can't seem to order the picture or the phone because I'm having problems with Xfinity. Yeah. Anyway, is there anybody around? Or we just?
Are we blah 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 blah? Yeah.
You must be. Oh, you got green headphones.
Yeah.
That's why your ears are disappearing at times.
Yeah.
Turn your head sideways.
We figured this out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. More than a couple
Why
of
do you
weeks
think
ago.
I took my jacket off?
One of these days, I'm going to have you all dressed in green.
Well, I can put my jacket on.
That way we can have,
Yeah, but yours is a dark green.
Floating head.
I don't think it...
we'll have floating heads.
Yeah, Mom, your jacket will show up. It's a dark green.
Oh, okay.
Well, those are dark green, some of them. I do want to, I'll probably have you here to help me with the studio, too.
Okay.
I'm going to have her,
Whoa.
give her some extra money here and there.
Hold on, we'll see. There it goes.
You're not top priority, Mike.
Oh, maybe not.
Oh.
Maybe we will see through it.
Yep, see, you see through
Yeah,
it.
you
Wow.
should, because this one,
This
it's
is
going to be a
green.
green. But
Told you.
anyway, so
I didn't think so because it wasn't like that shade of green.
it can be,
Anne's laughing.
because we can see right through you. That's it.
You're like a book. We can read you. We
I'm
can
like a
read you.
window you can see through
That's
me.
right, the window. Oh, man.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
we can read you like a book.
All right, so we know she's there anyway.
Mm-mm.
Okay. What else did I want to say about? Oh, okay. So anyway, his 2,000 people. It says we have a. Where was I? Biden has a habit of inflating his personal connection to audiences, and made the claim while pledging Hurricane Fiona recovery, and during the trip to Ponce on the islands of the southern coast. We have a very, in relative terms, large Puerto Rican population in Delaware. There's not a large population in Delaware of
They have Puerto Ricans everywhere.
Yeah, I guess they do.
Well, different little communities all over the place. We got one down home.
One person that Kat knows a lot about him where he, what area he came from and all that.
I wish he'd go back there.
Well,
Anyway.
I think he was before he decided to run for presidency. I think he was going back there, and then we got since you didn't finish the job or couldn't finish the job because of your ears being in there, I'll get in there and I'll finish the job for you. That was the rumor going around at one time that he was going to finish the job.
According to the 1970 U.S. Census, Delaware had about 2,154 people who were either born in Puerto Rico or descended from Puerto Rican parents. Roughly 0.39%.
Wow.
like I said, greatly overinflated.
Hey, Cheyenne, where'd you go?
Did I?
What?
Wait a minute. We didn't even play the video
What video?
that I supposedly
No, you're right. You didn't.
uploaded it. That must be it. Okay.
Boy, they nail you on an upload. Ugh.
Crazy. Okay, this is a Mike Cirillo one. Hall of Famer analyst Terry Bradshaw reveals he has cancer after 2 battles in the last year.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's a shame. I loved him. First of all, I love his show.
Yep.
The Bradshaw Girls are awesome. Or Bradshaw Bunch, I guess.
Bradshaw Bunch, yeah.
Is awesome. I loved the thing he did with Shatner, Better Late Than Never. I thought that was an awesome show. And it mostly is because of him and Foreman. Those two were hilarious in that show. I'm hoping that he can get through this. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully he gets better.
Come on, Terry.
So.
Yeah, it's going to be another one that hurts when it happens.
Definitely will make a difference because he's an awesome character. Well, I guess I could play the video since I'm already snagged on it anyway.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I already have it up. What am I doing? Jeez, forget it. Hold on here. I'm the only one that knows it's here. I apologize for the quality of the video because I tried to do this as quickly as I could, and I didn't get a chance to fix all the issues with the color and all that stuff. But here is the video of the Vertigo Vultures. This is the band I saw just the other week. The video's horrible, kind of, but it's my fault because it didn't turn out the way I wanted it.
Searching for adventure, and whatever comes our way. All time that can happen, the world of embrace. Fire only comes in one time, it's going space. Everybody thunder, racing with the wind. Have a feeling I'm under. What time we gonna make it happen? With the world of embrace. All the guns at one time, exploding space. Like a true nature child, we were born to be wild. Fly so high, you're never gonna die.
Now, first off, these 3 guys are part of a 5-piece. This is their acoustic duo, or trio. They change it up, depending on... By the way, you're off again.
Off again?
You don't want to be in the picture, that's okay. I mean, just be like that.
Okay.
Anyway, I went to school with these guys. This is John. He's a little older than me. He was actually my brother's age, and he's a great guitarist. He's actually pretty good. He's probably one of the best guitarists in the area. This guy here is Kyle. He is probably the best drummer in the area. Those two were in a band called Full Moon, and then they were in a band called Winter City. And this is Sam Swigert. He was in a band called Axe, and he was in a band called Siege. And they were some of the better bands back in the 80s. So
cool.
I know them for a long, long time.
Where were they playing at?
We were in Fredericksburg Hotel.
Okay.
Maryland?
No.
Oh.
But him and him were in marching band together. Kyle and John were in the marching band with me together, and John didn't remember me, but Kyle and Sam did, and I know the rest of the band too. Their singer's like 24, and the rest of the band is in their late 50s and 60s, and so anyway. And the other thing I found interesting was this is a band that is doing this. Have you ever heard Born to Be Wild acoustically?
No.
That I thought was really interesting in itself, because that's not something you're going to hear. Is that, are you leaving or okay? No. You're not leaving.
He had to readjust.
Okay, all right. But anyway, for leaving. To play this band, to play this song acoustically was really interesting to me. Oh, and Kyle is playing an electronic drum set.
Oh wow!
So he doesn't have his whole full set. His full set when he used to play with Winter City was huge. It covered a big piece of the stage, because back then they were playing really big places.
Looking for adventure in whatever comes our way. Well, darling, we're making happen. Put the world in a loving embrace. Fire on your guns and one time exploding space. Like a tree, nature child, we were born to be wild. We can fly so high, never gonna die. Born to be wild. Born to be wild.
Actually, I thought that Kyle's drumsticks, he was flipping them around in the air with the way that I was like, oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, he's a pretty talented guy. I remember them guys. Oh man.
Well, the next time they play locally, I'd like to go.
I just did that on the spur of the moment. We were sitting on the couch, and I said, I think they're playing this weekend, and it was like 5 o'clock that they started, and it was like 4:30 when I thought that they were playing, and I thought, maybe we could go to that. And she said, oh, let's go to it. And we made it for the last set. So it was just one of those on the spur of the moment things. You know how I like to do spur of the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a.
Wait a minute. Bear does have a brown nose. That's why she's brown nosing Mike. Okay.
Yes, but it's starting to turn black because both mom and dad have black noses.
Okay. Well, he's got a brown nose now after his mother.
Okay.
He's going to walk home.
Yeah. You know. Anyway. Okay, the main show. We're on the main show now. We have the main show stuff. All right.
I didn't know we were off the main show.
Well, I do entertainment. Then I do the main non-entertainment.
Oh, okay.
the way that I...
I misunderstood. I'm sorry.
And he's been here how long and he still hasn't figured that
Oh,
out?
I figured it out.
You're going to lose zeros.
Anyway...
hey, I've already lost zeros 2 weeks ago.
Florida residents wait hours for gas and hundreds of thousands lack power for days and after the Hurricane Ian. You know, I am glad that I don't live in Florida.
We know somebody. We know a few people that do. Have you talked to Danny May?
I have not.
I've talked to my father, and he said that basically where he is in Okeechobee,
he's up north, isn't he?
Yeah, I think it's down, like not all up top, but it's not in the middle, but he's just a little bit below the middle between.
He's probably okay then.
Right, he actually was, and then wasn't. Because he told me when I talked to him beginning of last week that the storm was supposed to pass him. And I talked to, I said, how's my two aunts doing? And he said basically that they never got anything. He was sitting there watching the news, and all of a sudden they turn around and say, it's going right through Okeechobee. And he said he was sitting in his living room listening to the wind swirl. And he said part of, I'm not sure if the roof came off or part of his construction of his house came off and he had to fix that. But he said everywhere, you know, you look after, obviously after a storm, he said nothing, you know, standing, hardly anything standing as far as buildings when it went through and stuff like that. So it was real bad. He wasn't supposed to get hit, and then he did get hit, and they lost power. I think it's the main thing of for his storm. He didn't get flooding or anything like that in the house. So thank God for that.
Well, a lot of people were in bad shape down there.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I see Danny's been posting, so I'm hoping that means that's a good thing.
Well, I would imagine if she's posting, that means she's alive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things where they actually showed. I saw a video of actually the water coming into the house of this one house, and they were like in the base. They were showing from the basement or first floor, I'm assuming, in the basement, and it was a quarter of the way up the stairs of their, you know, whatever the landing they were standing on the first floor or whatever, but whatever room they were looking at, the water just kept on coming in, and you know, so it was very, very bad.
It's according to this, hundreds of thousands of people were stuck without power and the basic needs days after Hurricane Ian ripped through Florida, as recovery from the deadly storm was estimated to cost billions of dollars. First responders were going door to door in search of survivors or bodies of people who perished amid the Category 4 storms. Whipping winds and that topped 150 miles an hour and pounding rain that caused massive flooding. The storm is believed to have killed at least 82 people in the Sunshine State, with another 4 deaths in North Carolina.
Wow.
And the Associated Press had a lower death toll of 47 in Florida from the hurricane. Among the dead was an elderly couple whose oxygen machines were turned off as they lost power.
Ugh.
More than 1,000 people had been rescued as of Sunday, and there's some of the pictures that just...
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. My dad said everything looked real...
Well, my accountant is from down there, and he said that if you're in Miami and Tampa, you don't get it that bad, but the rest of that lower tier gets it really bad.
I remember when I went to Walt Disney World, and they say it...
well, Disney, you're not going to have problems, because that's
yeah,
the middle
but
of the state.
they say it rains at least once a day, and it does. It, you know, may not. Sometimes it rains hard, sometimes it rains a little sprinkle, but it rained every day. Because I remember one time, the last when my stepfather was alive, the last time we went with my mother and I think Stephen and everything, we went down there, and I think Wayne and I and Stephen were on a ride, and my mother was in a wheelchair at that time. I forget why, but she was outside and she got caught in the rain.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we were underneath the umbrella for this ride, and my mother got caught in the rain.
Well, that wasn't very nice of you guys leaving her in the rain like that.
No.
I think this was I think you sent me this one. Lake Erie fishing tournament rocked by cheating scandal after contestants allegedly were caught stuffing fish with weights.
Oh,
I mean, really? I mean, is that really? That just seems.
And they are professionals.
Yeah, they're professionals,
right? Well, I'm just saying they are professionals that know better than this, and it was like, you know,
they have like a little itty bitty fish, and it weighs like 20 pounds.
Yeah. That's exactly what was going on. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just think that it's just sad that people got to cheat to win.
Actually, Kara's the one that told me about it, and I happened to be on there, and I said, "Oh, he'll be interested in that," because that happened yesterday.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hi, you're back.
I have to tell her we talked about it on the air.
You're
and
back.
then we've got the thing that's scaring me a lot. I own a lot of Tesla stock, and Tesla stock is dropping like a fish weight down a gully.
Like a microphone.
Is that the one I sent you?
I think so. Well, it's a different one, but it's the same.
Oh,
it's the same article.
Same
yes.
yeah. Okay.
I took it from a site that I can do the stuff with. But yeah, here they had posted their third quarter results, and they missed the results by a little bit because of stock and supply issues.
Wow.
And everybody had those issues, and yet my stock all of a sudden took a nosedive, and I'm hurting money-wise for the stocks because of that. It scares me when I see things like that. I just don't even want to. I mean, they're going to bounce back, but
you hope.
Well, they will.
They usually do.
They will. I mean, because that is the most valuable company in the world right now, and it's not going anywhere. But at last check, it was around 240, I think, a share. Let's see. I should have put.
Why did this all go black?
What? I don't know. It's okay up there. Look up there. It's up there.
I know, but mine's.
Oh, you're broke. You broke it.
Just nudge her in the leg.
Yeah, 249. It's supposed. I own it at 282.
Ooh.
And I have a lot of shares, so I am hurting right now. It better come back up real soon, because I don't want to have to pay lots of money, which I will have to pay. They're going to have a margin call on me. That's one problem when you use margin to buy your stock. You can, like, if you have, let's say stock is $100 a share, which this one is not $100 a share.
No, of course
but
not.
if you buy $100 a share, you can buy, they give you margin, which is like credit, and so you buy 100 of your own, and then you buy 100 of theirs with their money, and then as long as it stays above 100, you're good. But if it goes down below, you got to pay money in.
Oh.
So it's like gambling, and I've lost that gamble. So it better come back real quick, because I got to make a.
Now, do you have a certain amount of time before?
Yes.
Like, say, like they give you like 2 weeks or something like that,
something like that.
You know, so it can give a chance to bounce back.
Yes.
And
yeah, because they have to wait for a paycheck.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to put money in soon if it doesn't change. So it scares me when I see that much of a drop. That's a big drop.
Yeah, that is. If it was at 280 and now it's 249.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big drop.
Yes. That's 282 is what I own it at. That's going to be an expensive check. And I already paid him once because when I dropped it, it went down one time, and now it went down again. It was up for a while. It was at 310 or something like that for a while. So I was doing good, and I thought, okay, well, now we're on the right track. Now we're on the wrong track. We went the wrong way. Anyway, I'll worry about that.
I forget where I was the other day or yesterday, and they had not Tesla chargers, but they had the other charger.
Yeah.
Now, can you charge off of that?
Yeah.
You know, it's just you're not getting the
the speed, and you're
right,
and you're probably paying more.
Right. Okay. That's what I thought of, and that's what I thought of when I saw that, and I'm like, oh, Mike would be interested in that, and then I forgot to.
He wants the fast charging.
Well, I understand that, but it was like I saw another, non-Tesla, and I usually, you see the Tesla ones, but it was a non-Tesla one.
Well,
and
strangely enough, the next
Giant?
one here is U.S. plans to build a network of electric chargers isn't practical, says experts. See, the thing is, the government doesn't have to do that. The government doesn't have to fund this because Tesla already has a network of chargers. And if they were just saying, okay, well, we're not going to put any money into it, we'll let Tesla do it, because Tesla already has the chargers there. Now, Tesla already said they're going to open them up to everybody else. That means that you're going to pay Tesla, and people don't want to pay Tesla because they don't want Tesla making more money. It's so stupid. If you go to Giant, you don't stop buying the apples because you don't want Giant to make more money. But yet, Tesla, everyone's always against Tesla.
Well, do you think Tesla would charge them more to use the chargers?
Yep, but not more than it's now. In other words, if you own a Tesla, you get the electric at just about cost. If you buy some other brand,
like a Bolt,
you're going to pay a premium because they don't have any obligation to give you electric for free. They want to give their Tesla people a better price because they bought Tesla and they're loyal. But you don't have to charge everybody equal. If you don't,
then I want to know how much that guy that we saw, what was it, yesterday? Yeah, we saw it yesterday. Yeah. That he even went so far to put the handicap plates on the back of his Tesla, has the word Tesla on it. That's his license plate.
Okay.
So he must be wanting a lot of free electricity. He's promoting it wherever he goes.
Got a Tesla?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a Tesla. He had a Tesla, and the license plate was handicap, and it said Tesla on it.
Well, I mean,
I tried to get somebody to get closer, but
the
it was
thing
raining,
is,
so.
the bottom line is
raining like heck.
That's what I said.
The bottom line is that you're going to pay that premium regardless of who you're. If I bought electric from one of the other companies, I would pay a premium because they're in it for the profit.
Well, yeah.
Tesla built the network so that so people would buy electric cars, and if they bought Tesla, they get a better deal. It's kind of like if you have a Sam's card and you have a what's the place, the
BJ's,
not BJ's, but the Sam's Club version. Oh, Sam's Club. When you join Sam's Club, you get Sam's Club pricing.
Yeah,
if you don't buy Sam's Club,
I have to find out when ours renews.
If you don't own the Sam's Club card, you're going to pay Walmart prices. So it's really just a simple thing.
You should find that out.
But the bottom line is you're going to get better pricing if you own a Tesla and you use a Tesla charger.
Well, that's why when you go to the dealer and you buy that particular, when I was with Ford, and I bought a Mitsubishi, that Ford dealer, you become part of that family of that dealer, and you get discounts of like change oils and stuff like that, or they change you all certain amounts.
There's free oil changes from Tesla.
Yeah. So
because you don't have to have your oil change.
Right. So it's they do that, and then when I went with Honda does the same thing, obviously.
Yeah, they want loyalty. So the bottom line is, if you want to buy another brand, you can, but you're going to pay higher at the Tesla. You're going to pay
higher, right?
And you'll pay the same at the other chargers, but you won't get the speed. Right. So you might, let's say it's 60 cents a gallon or 60 cents a kilowatt hour at the say EVgo site. Right. You're going to pay 35 if you have a Tesla, and you buy it from Tesla charge stations, and it's going to be faster. But if you have a Kia and you go to the EV charge, you're going to pay 60. But if you go to the Tesla charger, you're probably going to pay 50. Instead of 30, whatever it is, whatever the going rate is.
Didn't they put the Tesla chargers in that Sheetz right by Ephrata When we get
Yeah.
off there, they put Tesla ones in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're doing that because people want the speed. And they have a new charger out now that's even faster. It's 350 kilowatt hours instead of 250 kilowatt hours that they just released like a couple weeks ago. And they're going to start building those. So, but the new car that I have charges faster. I can fill the car up in about 15 minutes.
Wow.
Versus before I could do 120 miles or so in about 15, 20 minutes, and now I can fill it completely up with the new car.
Now, how many miles will you get with the new car?
The new car will be 360.
Okay.
So that's a lot better.
Right.
So that I'll be happy with.
Good.
Because then I can make it, like, to go to Atlanta, it would eliminate one complete stop. And 15 minutes would really actually be pretty cool because I'd get down there a lot quicker. I'd get down there.
Sounds like he would make it to Connecticut, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you could make it. How many miles is it?
That's what I'm saying. I think it's only 200-something miles.
So you probably
to
could make it.
Connecticut. I think so. She'll fight. Yep,
It depends how fast you're going. Like in a gas car, you're same way. The faster you go, the less mileage you get. So
I've been doing pretty good. Pretty good. I've been averaging off the highway 36 and on the highway about close to 50. You know, when I continue to run the highway, so it's pretty good because I'll be surprised. Like I'll say, "Oh, I'm going to run out of gas," and running the highway and getting the 50 miles an hour or 50 miles to the gallon. And you don't see
Is your
it running.
hybrid? Is yours hybrid?
No.
Really? It gets
No.
it good without a hybrid. That's
Yeah,
pretty
I know.
good.
Yeah, but it would. I'm surprised because it, and you have to, like you said, if I go like 69, I'll get the better mileage than if I would go like 80, obviously, and not that I'm saying I go 80 miles an hour, and I didn't say that out loud, did I? Okay, but anyway, I mean that's pretty good.
Now this is a weird story, and I don't remember which of you gave me this one, but
if it's weird, that's Ashley.
Not
South Carolina woman found dead inside a Belk department store bathroom, and it went unnoticed for 4 days. She's been dead in the bathroom for 4 days. I might have found that on my own if I didn't get it from one of you.
I know I didn't send that one.
Probably a holiday weekend.
I only sent
I
you
sent it to
3
you.
articles.
I thought somebody. I wasn't sure.
I sent it to you.
Yeah. I was pretty sure someone sent it to me. I had to change.
The one you haven't done yet.
You okay, puppy?
We're going to ask, how did this happen? The answer is...
Yeah, that's... but how about that? 4 days. 4 days it took them to find the person. I would think it would
I bet
start
you
stinking.
stunk about
Oh,
that
yeah.
time.
I would imagine. So that's...
That's probably what gave it away. Probably the fourth day, they probably was stinking, and
Tells
they
you
probably
that-
said, "Oh, okay, let's go and see what this stink is."
256 miles.
Okay, 256. So he definitely would make it to Connecticut,
Yeah.
like I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and have like a quarter of a tank left.
Belk said Bessie Durham, 63, provided housekeeping services to the store through an outside contractor, and they're still working to piece together what happened. An investigation is underway in South Carolina after a woman was found dead inside a bathroom of a department store, and somehow it went unnoticed for 4 days. An employee at Belk in the Columbiana Center shopping mall reportedly found a 63-year-old Bessie Durham dead inside the store's family bathroom after 8 p.m. Monday. And Durham worked for an outside company that provided housekeeping and cleaning services at the department store.
So they were cleaning the bathroom?
Apparently not.
Well, they skipped that one. They're like, oh, no,
I was going to say, so they must have went in there. She must have had like a heart attack or something, and boom, it was like, I'll lay on the floor for 4 days. And,
Surveillance cameras at the store allegedly showed the woman entering the bathroom area Thursday, 4 days prior to the discovery of her body, at approximately 7 a.m.
Ooh.
She was never seen leaving the area. So that bathroom must not have been used often. Jeez. That's freaking awesome. You don't want to go there.
Nope. They don't check the bathrooms.
Yeah. How often do you think they were cleaned there? Oh, man. But the chances are she may have gone in and locked the door, and no one, everyone
true.
just thought it was busy and went on.
That's true.
I've had that a couple times. You think it's busy, and then you just because the door went the wrong way or something too much, and then you had to jerk it back the other way, and because I was like, this bathroom's been an awful long time, and it was finally I found out that no one was in the stall. It was the door that was locked.
Yep. All right, here's a $5 million scratch-off ticket sold in Pennsylvania. I didn't even know they had $5 million scratch-off tickets.
Cumberland County, I believe. Or was this the Dauphin County one?
I don't know. That's I just added that.
Union Deposit?
It says Harrisburg. It's a Pennsylvania lottery retailer has sold a winning scratch-off ticket worth $5 million in Dauphin County.
Mm-hmm. And I think there was a Cumberland County guy that won $3 million on the Powerball, maybe.
I don't think it's hit yet, has it?
I know you haven't hit it. You keep saying you're going to do it. I'm waiting.
You're missing up on your manly duties. Got to hit it.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you said?
Well, I'll put it
the
this way.
Powerball, not me.
I was going to say I do hit it, the right end very often.
Okay.
Oh, really?
According to a release, the winning $5 million Moneymaker scratch-off ticket was sold at Beer and Cigar Shop, located at Union Deposit Road in Harrisburg. Because the store sold the ticket, it receives $10,000 bonus.
That had to have been an error.
When I owned my video store, I sold lottery tickets.
So you're telling me one of those smoke shops on Union Deposit Road sold the ticket?
Yep.
Wow. See?
Yep.
And how many times do I walk into a smoke shop?
You're not getting in the right one.
It tells you something, don't it?
Well, maybe I should start getting into.
Maybe you should sell cookies.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like a man. That guy that I go to all the time. He does it. Maybe I should start buying them there. Who knows? All right.
McDonald's to introduce adult Happy Meals that includes a vibrator and some condoms.
I knew he was going to say something like that.
That's not true, though.
I know.
I just thought I'd make that up.
Well, it's adult.
It is adult. But I just think it's funny that they even do that. I mean,
they're going to sell. Okay, what's the big deal of they're going to sell Happy Meals to an adults?
Well, it's silly.
Right, because even though they say Happy Meals are for the kids, I've seen a lot of people adults buy Happy Meals.
Well, yeah, they don't have to spend as much money.
You don't have to, right, exactly, and that's what I'm saying. You don't have to expend the money. You get the drink, the fries, and the
bargain
whatever
shopping.
Right, and it's like I've seen it all the time because a lot of people do it for the toys.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Plus they probably do it because they don't eat as much, because it's
right.
Supposed to be a smaller meal, and that's why they get it. But that's says they announced a new collaboration with fashion label Cactus Plant Flea Market to bring Happy Meals to adult stores across the country. The Cactus Plant Flea Market box will be...
When weather turns...
You gotta be quiet. We'll... now I don't know where I'm at. To bring Happy Meals to adults across the country, starting October 3rd, and will be available for a limited time. They will include one of 4 collectible figures because no Happy Meal is complete without the toy. The boxes are packaged in I said cactus. Yeah. Well, what's this? I think there's a misspelling. I don't know. They have 2. That was that Japanese thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, I saw that. They will include 4 collective figures because no Happy Meals. Okay, the boxes are packed in. This is Kakul's.
Why do they have a picture of my ex-in-law up there?
Flea market design boxes shaped just like Happy Meals for children. You can either order them with a classic Big Mac or a 10-piece chicken McNugget.
Oh, looks like I'm getting nuggets tomorrow.
Yeah, the meals also include a drink and fries. The boxes will be available to order in restaurants,
I
drive-thrus,
guess
and
that's
on
just
the
telling me we're not
menu.
meeting up for lunch.
3 of the 4 figures are Cactus Flea Market's take on the classic McDonald's mascots Grimace, Hamburglar, and Birdie. And the 4th figure is Cactus Buddy, the fashion label's own mascot, decked out in the retro McDonald's sweatshirt and baseball cap. McDonald's mascots will have 4 eyes, just like Cactus Buddy.
I didn't know it requires more eyes to see.
Well, it's weird.
Get it 4 eyes, 4 eyes.
4 eyes are better than 2.
We watched a video earlier today that had them in it.
Yeah, and I was
thinking why there were 4 eyes.
And we can still meet up for lunch. We're just going to go to McDonald's instead of Brother Joe's.
Bubba Joe's?
Brother Joe's.
Oh, Brother Joe's. What's Brother Joe's?
He makes great pizza.
A pizza place out there in
near where she works. Oh, it's wonderful.
Pam's 24-hour CVS?
Yeah.
There's a Brother Joe's out there.
Okay. All right, that makes sense. M&M's introduces a new female purple character citing acceptance and inclusivity.
Tasha has told me to show me
Are they going to put those in, with the regular M&M's and not just the holiday ones?
I think I've fallen in love now.
It says...
if they make her in peanut, I'll buy it.
A purple character to the lineup, but not a new purple color of the popular chunk of candy. Aptly named Purple, the female character is coming aboard to help the company represent acceptance and inclusivity. I don't understand how a purple
what the heck is
woman
that?
Would be.
That's a purple M&M.
No, not what he just said. I can't even pronounce what he just said or say what
to
he
be
just
included with the rest of the colors.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of the way I understand it is like, with the Pride thing, the colors of the rainbow.
Yeah.
Well, this is what M&M's are doing now. They have certain colors. They're going to add purple to it to show it's all inclusive.
Let's see what
Next they're going to have pink for breast cancer.
They do.
Or cancer, excuse me. Here.
Speaking Natasha.
Speaking of Natasha, Natasha.
I wasn't. Yeah. So here
we got 15 minutes.
It says meet our newest member. Hi. Okay. Meet our newest member. Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
Meet our newest. Hi.
Well, that's it. Okay.
That's her name is Hi. Or is that just saying?
I think that's just saying hi.
Oh, just saying hi.
Because her name is Purple.
Okay.
Mars is thrilled to debut the newest member of the M&M's cast of characters in the world. There's so much about our new spokes candy that people can relate to and appreciate, including her willingness to embrace her true self. Our new character reminds us to celebrate what makes us unique.
Isn't the green one the other female?
See, now, maybe I'm just old. But this is silly. This is candy.
Mm-hmm.
This is candy. It's only meant to be candy. It shouldn't be.
It is the and it's the kids will go, Mommy, I want to try a purple one, and so they gotta get
then you'll have rednecks that say you can't have purple one because it's different.
Oh yeah, you get you have that stuff, but
it's just stupid. It's stupid. Why isn't it okay? So if we're wanting to be inclusive, shouldn't the purple one be a gay guy candy?
Maybe that's what it'll turn out to be.
It's stupid. It's candy. I think that we don't need to be.
And are you really going to go through the pack and go, this is purple, we're going to eat that one last? Or
I don't even think of food when I'm playing with candy. When I'm eating candy, I don't think...
Why did they come out with, and the thing of it is, they come out with not just M&M, they come out with the red, green, and white.
See, I don't mind the colors. I don't... But why are we going to attach... See, this is... Okay. Okay, now I'm getting... Where are you going? Okay. See, this is the thing that irritates me. Like, we're worried about kids being not inclusive of others. But we're the people that make the exclusivity? Yeah, I think it's exclusivity. We're the ones that make everything so difficult. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't have to be. Why do we have to attach a sex to everything? Like now you're gonna have all your cartoons have to have a gay guy or a gay girl or like Riverdale. Okay, I watch Riverdale.
Yeah.
Riverdale's it's an okay show, except when they do music, then they really suck. I really don't like their music stuff. But Veronica's bi, Betty's bi, Reggie's gay.
We have any straight?
Jughead is dating interracially. Why? Does their sexuality really matter in the grand scheme of things? We're watching the Archies. Why don't we just watch the Archies? Why do they have to muddy up the waters and it's not that I don't want them to be inclusive, but there's certain things that don't matter. When you're looking at kids shows, do we have to have girl kissing, guy kissing? Do we have to have girl guy kissing? Do we have to have kissing? Why can't we just watch the cartoons for what they are? Next thing we're going to see is the Roadrunner being friends with the Coyote because they have to include each other. Well, that just kills the whole cartoon.
Yeah.
I just think that there's a place for everything. But I just think that we overdo.
See, there's also a very thin line.
I'm looking at you, and I'm thinking you're just totally disagreeing with me on this. I'm not sure if you are or not.
The problem is
you're allowed to disagree with me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I say things to be an ass just to get a reaction out of somebody, and I'm just I just want to. You're in a different generation than we are. When I was a kid, there was...
Yeah, soul farts are, you know...
When I was a kid, you didn't... First of all, when I was a kid... When I was a kid, black people were the bad guys on all the shows.
Yep.
Except what's the show with the two guys and the girl?
Three's Company.
No. The black guy, Link. And, what was the name of that show? It was,
K9?
No, in the 70s there was a show where they were kids and they were taken in by the police and were able to be a police officers as kids because they wanted to infiltrate. Not 21 Jump Street, but before that, it was Mod Squad.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't watch that too much.
So they had a black guy, Link. They had a girl, and they had a white guy, and. See, but the thing, I'm just so tired of stereotypes. I'm so tired of...
Look at like the shows that came out in the 80s, like Different Strokes. You know,
okay, yeah.
It was, you know, they did the racial thing
but at that point, that was the idea of the show.
Right.
But Archies, the Archies, really?
Yeah.
I mean,
and Archie Bunker. Archie
Bunker was. I never watched that show. I never.
But that was his role in the character.
I understand that.
Right. If you ever talked to, I think Norman who actually created it, he said that's what I did.
Right.
Back then.
But that was the name of the show. That was what the show was all about. The show was all about a racist jerk.
Yeah.
And. You know, but the thing is, does everything have to have that time?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Do we have to see this?
Back then it was, unheard of. Now it's like, okay, the more gay people are coming out of the closet, and then it's like...
I don't have a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with it either.
I have a problem.
It's like you see interracial marriages and stuff like that, and it's like, I have no problem with that.
I don't have a problem with that, but I have a problem with them shoving it in our face that we got it.
Yeah.
I don't care that they come out. What they do is up to them, and I don't have a problem with that. But I'm tired of every single show has something that's what they push in your face.
Yeah.
Let's have them there, but that's not pushing in our face. That's just like for instance, when you go to your job, you do your job and you come back.
Yeah.
That's what it should be. It shouldn't be when you go to your job, you say, hey, I'm gay. Hey, everyone, look over here. No one cares.
Yeah.
The only people that care are the people putting the show on. The people that watch the shows, even if you're gay, you probably get tired of being shoved in your face all the time. Just They're people. Let's treat them as people.
Exactly.
Let's treat everyone as a person.
Yep.
I don't care regardless of what you're doing, who you're doing, whatever. I don't care. And it's not something that changes my life day to day.
Right.
But
right.
don't shove it in my face.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like if you're straight, you're the oddball.
Yeah.
And you know, I just
or you're not in a interracial or dating or anything like that. So you're outcast. It's like, why do we do that? Why do we, as a society today, look at an interracial couple and then make comments about, that couple? Like, you can say if it was a black woman and a white man, what's the matter? The guy couldn't find someone white?
Let's look at Will and Grace.
Right,
okay, Will and Grace, the whole topic of the film was he was gay, and I guess I never watched the show. Let's say I don't think she was gay.
No, she was not. He was, and he was.
And it was flagrantly gay.
Right.
It wasn't just gay. He was floating gay.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because that was the show. That's what the show was about.
His best friend was actually gay and actually, I think, swung both ways. So I think he wasn't gay. He was actually bi. But,
and I don't care. I mean, that's okay, but that's what it's about. But we don't need to make every show about sex.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And that's the thing, too. It's like, when they come out with a new show, what are the three things that they basically rated on? Sex, if there's sex in the movie, nudity, or racial, or basically the gay or bi, and it's like, why do we always have to make it about that? Why can't we?
Chicago Med, Chicago FD, and Chicago PD are like the only shows that I watch that have no blatantly, flat out gay interracial. I mean, they probably have interracial, but they aren't smacking you in the face with gay.
Yeah.
And I think they have gay people in that, but it's not. Oh yeah, they do in the Chicago FD. The one firefighter is gay. Actually, no, that's the one firefighter is gay, and also in there's the one in Seattle that's an FD program that they have a couple that is there's a lesbian couple and there's a gay couple, but they're not slapping you in the face. That's okay.
Yeah.
You just know they're there, and that's okay. You know that her girlfriend is her and his boyfriend is him, and that's okay. It's just the stuff that they push you to the point where they're rubbing your face. You gotta watch this,
That's what I don't like, when it's up in your face.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have any problem, but I don't want kids' programs to be based on gender.
Right.
Because they don't know anything. They don't know boy, girl, girl, boy, 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 girl. They don't care about that stuff. They're not at an age where that sticks out in their mind. That if anything, it's going to confuse them.
Right.
Just have them do their thing, but don't rub the freaking people's noses in it, because that's just, it's not good business. In my show that I wrote, there is a gay girl, there is a transgender, and I wrote that back in 2006, before that stuff was like even in your face.
Yeah, but the thing
and I have a running joke
in 2006.
Well, it's going to work.
You couldn't have excuse me.
I did write it that way.
I'm just saying, you couldn't written that back in the 70s or 80s and still have a same reaction, because back then it would be like, what the heck is he talking about?
What I did was it's really kind of cool the way I did my transgender. There is a couple, if you will, that is in the plot kind of externally. They're always in the plot, though. But you can't tell that. You never see them together. You never see the husband or the wife together, and you never will, because there's always going to be a doubt that it's the same person. and I'm going to hire a transgender that plays both parts. And I think it would be awesome. I just think that it would be a nice... See, in that case, there's a little bit of mystery that you're always going to wonder. Why aren't they ever together?
Right, yeah.
You know, and you want to stick that just on the fringe of in your face where there's curiosity, where they're always going to say,
well, it's always like
we
a
want to
movie
know.
that keeps you don't think it's going to, keep
And that's okay to do it that way because
but it, it does.
That's going to be okay to do it that way because it's not in your face. It just it's not even something most people would even think about, but there's always going to be the people like me that are saying, wait a minute. That person looks a little bit like that person. Well, you know how people, when they get married, they start to look alike, so maybe that's what it is. And then you start doubting that, and it's kind of like a side little scenario going on that I'm never going to address it. But it's going to be funny. But that's okay. It's not in your face. And it's not something that people will even acknowledge because most people won't even see it. Won't even see it that it's there. But that person's going to be in a lot of the plots. Anyway, what time? Oh, we're almost done.
I was going to say, we got 1 or 2 more stories, and that's it.
I got out. I actually will have to go to my backup stories from a week or so before that I didn't want to throw out because, they're not necessarily timely things. Here's one I think you sent me about a Tesla person that
I think it's probably
his battery died.
Yeah.
His battery died.
Yeah.
And this is kind of a scary thing because this could happen to any of us.
$26,000 to replace a battery.
Well, that's the bulk of the car.
Well, yeah.
But why did his batteries die? That's the question. And that's the thing that scares me because
one of the things I would like to know how, first of all, it said that the guy paid $26,000, okay, for replacing the battery. Why isn't it under warranty for the car and all that?
And I'll explain why.
Okay.
Because it's part of the thing that scares me about it because I learned a lot about having an electric car the past couple years.
Mm-hmm.
And chances are that person charged his car to 100% every day. And you can't do that. If you're using it for a daily driver and you're driving, I don't know, an average person drives 40 miles a day, you shouldn't even charge it to 50%. Because you have a charger in your house. So, you can charge it.
That's what I was just going to ask you. You have a charger in your house. Isn't that filling it up to the, like if you would go out there right now, is it 100%
It'll be,
charge?
Nope, it'll be 80%. Because you don't want to charge, okay, so let me explain the way it works. If you're going on a trip, you might charge it to 100%. But you don't usually charge it to 100% because of a couple reasons. First off, you have to, when you have regenerative braking is.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to have somewhere for that power to go. If you have it at 100% and you regenerative brake, you're killing your battery.
Right.
And so let's say it's at 100% and you have charge coming in, it's got nowhere to go. So it's going to destroy a battery cell. So mine was supposed to be 283 miles. It doesn't get 283 miles at a full charge anymore because I didn't understand that. This new one, I understand it. It's going to be be able to be charged at 100% till the day I get rid of it because I'm not going to charge it to 100%. They suggest that if you drive a lot, charge it to 80%. If you don't drive a lot, if you drive a daily driver 40 miles a day or whatever, you can charge it to 50% because you're still going to get home. So you don't want to charge it to a full charge because you don't need to. First off, you're wasting power.
Right.
And second off, it'll kill your battery if you charge it to 100% every day. So you should only charge it to 100% if you're going on a trip, and that's just
does it like a gas car show you like you're 3/4, you're at a half, or does it say mileage? Does it go by mileage?
Mileage, and that's not you can change it to percentage. It's up to you. I keep it at the mileage because it's easier for me to.
So you know how much you're gonna it'll say 200 miles till you're fully empty. Or fully, not charged.
And if you drive fast, you know about what that 200 miles is. That 200 miles is probably about 180.
Right.
Or if I charge to 220, 240, if I charge to 240, and I'm going on a trip that's 180 miles, I'll have about, for what would I say, charge to 240, I got to go 100. So if I'm going to the beach, for instance, I'll drive down to the beach and I'll be at it. I'll probably be at 60 miles by the time I get to the beach. Wait, 180, 60. No, I'll probably be at 120 miles when I get to the beach. 120 left.
See, on my car, when I hit 60 miles, it's about an eighth of, I'm sorry, not an eighth. An eighth of a tank left in the car.
Right.
But you know that's your car.
And I know my car with the gas. At 60, I have 60 miles to get to a gas station to fill it up. And that's when I treat it as empty.
Well, now...
Or when I'm close to 60.
Now, one thing I will tell you is that when I'm driving and I'm in Jersey and it says, say it's 180 miles to get back, I'll make sure I'm charged at about 220 to 240 to get back.
Right.
Just because I want to make sure I have a lot
I'm
of...
that way.
Because you also don't want your battery to go too low. So I've actually made it to 2 miles left on the charge.
Wow.
And that was scary. But I know my car well enough to know how many miles I have left.
Yeah,
but,
see, I do myself too now.
But if let's say I have to go 180 miles and I have 220 left, my car will say, do not go more than 70 miles an hour. And you'll make it.
Yep.
So it'll tell me that. So my car is pretty smart.
Hi, Cheyenne.
Anyway, welcome back for the end of the show.
Thank you.
Glad you could make it.
That was a phone call that I was waiting on.
She all right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up unless anybody has something to say.
Nope.
All right.
Hi, Cheyenne.
Glad you guys stopped in and hope you had a nice time. And it's time to wrap it up. And it's funny. I've all these years I've used the "Still the One" song, and that is a copywritten song. And I've not gotten a strike even once on that yet.
They nail you on everything else.
They nail me on my... Oh, well, I guess if I didn't say that here... Did I say that here? That I don't think I said it on the air. I got a copyright strike for a song that I wrote that was not written by someone else, but someone claimed it. And the chances are, if you watch a replay of this, it may not be available because they'll wipe it out in Facebook. So if the song is not here... It's because Facebook says that somebody else claimed to own that song, and I'm fighting that one in court right now. So, anyway, all right, it's time to go, and we'll talk to you guys next week. And until next week, remember, as always, that the button has to be pushed. Have a good day.